know. I don't know what's going on with my that's Ricky singing there. Big up, good up, buddy. It's not coming up on my there's something wrong with the internet, man. I'm telling you something now. For some reason it's not coming up on my comments on my what is happening? Oh, are you blocked Ricky Singh? I can't remember if I got on with Ricky Singh. I might have blocked him because his comments aren't coming up. All right, I have to go through my block list, find out who's blocked, who's not. I don't know why I blocked you. You might have annoyed me. You know how it goes. Good early evening, good early morning, good early morning. Good early morning, Triple S. Yeah, I can't actually see certain people's comments on here. I don't know why it's showing up on my Raj. You heard they're consulting to change Havelock Road to Guru Nanak Road in South because he was a British major who did bad in India. Guru Nanak Road because he was a British major. I don't exactly know. I need to check that, to be honest with you. I need to check that. Let me just get one thing on for now. Obviously, if I look tired, yes, I know, Shahid. Okay, so if I look like I'm tired, it's because I actually am, to be honest with you. I'm having really bad. I'm going to sleep like 10 o'clock in the morning. Madness. Don't know what I'm doing, to be honest with you. Where's that bloody thing? I don't know where everything's gone. Skitz. Oh, okay, there it is. Oh my god. Oh my god. Oh my god. Should have sorted this out before. Who cares? So I don't know why I got a strike the other day, but it's not on. The strike was removed straight after, so I have no clue what happened then because it shut my stream, and then all of a sudden, the stream was back up. So the stream isn't actually even striked. So I don't really get what's going on with that, to be honest with you. I got no strikes on my channel, nothing, but the stream was taken down temporarily, and then it was put back up. So maybe they saw sense and said, all right, this is a stupid strike. So let's get back to just put it back up. So that's why I didn't talk about the comedy and stuff, because I don't want to have a strike on my channel. And I wanted to play my Indian Punjab regiment video. Unfortunately, I don't know if that's going to give me a strike. I've got to be careful. Got a lot of info on Skitz though. I'm not going to lie. A lot of people are sending me he's got a lot of enemies, that guy. And he's going to have more enemies after people see this. So one of the things about Skitz, he's been going on saying that he's actually against. So there's been this weird kind of like reveal of Afghan. So slowly, when you go to Speaker's Corner Skitz channel, there's been this kind of I'm going to expose Afghan, and I thought, okay, that's a bit weird. But what people don't realize, in the back chat, Afghan and Skitz are very good friends. Yeah. First of all, I was wondering. Good early morning. Yeah, I'll send the link out. I might actually send the link now because I can't bother to just keep on talking for hours. Let's get some people on. Anyone wants to jump on, jump now. I do need to rant a bit here and there, but yeah, it's going to be more of a group show. So in the back chat, what people don't realize, Skitz and Afghan are very good friends. Like if you look here, it says, "I love my little helper Afghan." Yeah. Above that, he posted up some disgusting images, yeah, of certain things I don't want to go into. And then Afghan making me piss. And I've seen them on calls, private calls, quite a lot as well. So I've seen them on private calls. Who's that?
Are Muslim yet?
Oh, you're not on there yet. Is that you? Where is it?
Yes, Eunice Osman.
How's it going, my man?
I'm doing good.
I'm alright. I'm just gonna be ranting for a bit, and then I'll thingy. Yeah. So when it comes to Skitz, him and Afghan are playing some weird game where they're trying to make it as though they're enemies, and that Skitz is going to be revealing Afghan's identity because he believes Afghan to be an Islamophobe. But in reality, they know each other, I think, and they're good friends. Because I've seen them on. So basically, in the back chat, Amy, that lovely young girl, that innocent young lady, Amy. That girl who graduated from being a prostitute at 23. What an accomplishment! Well done, well done, well done.
That's a bit harsh. It's actually true.
Yeah, it's true. She's told everyone. She's the one that told everyone that she stopped. She graduated. She retired from being a prosy. I didn't say that.
Good.
I was 23 years old. Yes, sir. I achieved everything in life. My family are so proud of me. Yes. But at the age of 21, I had opened my legs 50,000 times. Yes. Good early morning. I'm about 23. I had retired from the greatest profession, being a hooker. Yeah, so yeah, that.
How long was she doing it for? How long was she doing it for?
Well, she looks like she's 80, but she's only got down 23. So I'm reckon she did it. She probably done it, and then she done so much in such a short time, it ruined her physically. Like her face, she looks like a goddamn Jadel. A Jadel is a witch. Is that Shahid? Yeah. Oh, Shahid. Bigger. Is that you, Shahid?
She didn't enjoy it, didn't she? Like, she didn't enjoy that.
Oh my god! Why don't you ask her? Eunice? Next time, did you enjoy being a hooker? Ask her.
I wanna send salams quickly to see you in the chat. Salams. Oh, keep doing your gym work, see. I like it. I like the gym, to be honest.
Is it the real? He says some people like prostitutes though. Oh my god, that's not a real seer. Come on.
That is.
Shut up.
It is.
Yeah, of course, some people love them. Obviously,
I heard people actually. I heard it's more open nowadays, isn't it? Now people are not afraid to hide.
It's more open.
Yeah, it's more open.
Oh my god! Oh, it's more open.
Yeah, it actually is. Like, I'm being honest, it actually is now.
Yeah, it's more open.
Yeah.
Being a hooker is more open now. Come in, everybody! Come in! I'm open.
No. Actually, for a guy, normally they would hide, wouldn't they? Because it's a sign of weakness.
I thought you meant something else. It's more open. About.
It's more acceptable as well. Technically, it's actually more acceptable.
I don't know. I mean,
you've gotten a barbell today.
A barbell? Oh my god! God knows what she's gonna do with that. She'll probably use it to bludgeon someone to death. I'm only joking. Yeah. Bigger thoughts than that. I'm gonna.
Have you saw a video? I saw a video in Hackney. One in Hackney, the video.
Oh, the policeman.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm gonna go through that actually. Thanks for reminding me. But let me just rant a little bit for a minute. Yeah. So when it comes to Afghan and Skitz, so Skitz pretends to be an enemy of Afghan. Yeah, because you can see from his channel here that he's playing some game that him and Afghan are really enemies, and that he's gonna expose Afghan. Now look here, exposing Afghan slow. Let's review. Yeah, so exposing Afghan, Skitz Kruger. Yeah, exposing Afghan. Afghan. It's even got thingy here. What's it? Sears on there, yeah. So you can see he's doing this kind of, oh, I'm going to expose Afghan like he's an enemy of Afghan. But in reality, the reality is totally different in the back chat. This is what's really going on in the back chat. Them two are doing something. I don't know what their plan is. I'm not going to lie. I don't know. But you can see here, Afghan, I've caught in the back chat, you know, Shahi, I don't want to bring no one into it, but people know in the back chat, in Amy's Angels, whatever it's called, that particular thread, they sit in a private call talking, yeah? They've been talking on a private call. And I've called Afghan on that at least 4 times with Skitz. Skitz, Amy, Afghan, Fluffy, and 1 or 2 other people have been on that call. And so something is going on between them lot, and they're trying to hoodwink people. Now, if you look at this, you know, you don't say I love someone unless you really, really, you know, are cool with that person. I love my little helper. He's not calling him, oh, an Islamophobe no more. My little helper. So people need to be very wary of skitsy, witsy, yeah, because look, at the end of the day, if this guy is a Muslim, yeah, and he is siding, sometimes I don't think he's a Muslim, I think he's pretending, but if this guy is siding with Afghan, the guy that has said some of the most vile stuff against, you know, Islam, and again, some people can say, oh, Raj, you've said something. No, I've not said anything like this guy. This guy has cussed out your prophet. He's cussed out Allah. He's cussed out everything. Aisha. The things I've heard him say about Aisha, I've never ever heard anybody else say. Even, I mean, sometimes I'm like, whoa, what is going on? And he's put pictures in the back chat of Prophet Muhammad and Aisha and all this kind of stuff. So I need people to understand this particular guy Skitz here is in cahoots with Afghan. Yeah, how long that's been going on, I don't know, but I do know for the last 2 weeks, 3 weeks, I've seen them on calls together, and in the back chat they're very cool with each other, like, you know, laughing together and everything. Let me just go through a few. Let me put this link in again. I'm gonna say something today, yeah, and I want Shahid, yeah, Yunus, any of the Muslims that I respect and like, don't take this personally. Yeah, but I need to make a point, yeah, and you need to listen. Now, a week ago, did you get that, Shahid Yunus? Close your ears if you don't want to hear, because you might get a little bit upset. But I'm not trying to upset you.
Good, man. I'm good.
It's cool.
Now, the only reason I haven't looked at it, so a couple of days ago, Fogger Faz, you know, the guy that said Mittal Rahman, the hero of Bangladesh, was a traitor. You know that guy who said his own kind of like war hero was a traitor. Put up a video, yeah. And look, I don't care if you put up videos about me, that's fine, yeah. Or even if you put videos or pictures of my guru. Like if you're talking about my guru, yeah, fair enough. You're talking about my guru, that's cool. All right. If you did a video going, who is better, you know, Aurangzeb or Guru Tegh Bahadur, and then you had a picture of Guru Tegh Bahadur, I don't have a problem with that, because you're accurately showing people who this person is. Before I go, remember, we as Sikhs here respect our gurus like that Muslims respect and love Prophet Muhammad, the way Christians love and respect Jesus. Yeah, we have the same amount of love. Yeah. Now, what happened a couple of days ago, a week ago? When is it? 2 days, actually 2 or 3 days ago. Fogger Faz went into some kind of nutcase thingy, and he said, "Who's better man, Aurangzeb or Bhindranwale?" Now, he had Aurangzeb's picture on, but then he put Guru Tegh Bahadur's picture on. Yeah, so it wasn't even accurately representing who this person is. Now, people say, "Oh, what's the big deal?" Oh, what's the big deal, Rod? Firstly, like I said, the gurus to us, yeah, we love and respect them like that way. You know, Muslims and Christians respect their religious leaders and love them. The other thing is that Bhindranwale, who is actually here, isn't somebody that all Sikhs respect or like. He's a controversial character or a controversial person. Me personally, I support him in a lot of ways, but there's certain things. But there are certain Sikhs here that don't like him. And so when you're putting this picture up, if someone doesn't know who Bhindranwala is, they will think this Guru Tegh Bahadur is Bhindranwala, because he's named it here. Who's the better man, Aurangzeb or Bhindranwala? And that's not Bhindranwala, that's Guru Tegh Bahadur, yeah, the 9th Guru. So I said the other day, 2 days ago, I said if you don't change the picture and put Bhindranwala on there instead, I'm gonna put a picture of Prophet Muhammad up, yeah, on my channel, yeah. And I have to admit, I said that in anger. Then when I thought about it, I thought, all right, I'm not gonna, because I got a lot of people I really respect here. I like Shahid, Yunus, there's people in the chat, there's other people. I don't want to disrespect Muslims, yeah. But the thing is, Fogger Faz knows this is disrespectful, and he hasn't taken it down. He hasn't removed it, and I will get to a point, I'm not going to lie, I will put up Prophet Muhammad's picture. At a point, I will do it. Now, I didn't want to, but people are trying to kind of say I'm a pussy hole, because I said the other day, oh, if you don't, 2 days ago, I said, if you don't change it in 24 hours, I'm going to put the picture up of Prophet Muhammad. Not a disrespectful one, just a picture, like the way he's done it, similar to that. I might even title it something similar, yeah, and just change Guru Tegh Bahadur to Prophet Muhammad and see what he likes. So who's better, Aurangzeb or Bhindranwala, and just do the exact same thing. Then I was like, no, I don't want to do that, because I don't want to disrespect the whole of the Muslim people for Fogger Faz's stupidity. If someone can have a chat with that Fogger, because I will do it. If you want me to do it, I'll do it. So what happened then was, in the back chat, you have a guy called Go Speaker's Corner. Yeah. Now, Go Speaker's Corner is basically challenging me to put it up. He wants me to put the picture up of Prophet Muhammad. So he's saying to me, I'm a chicken, blah, blah, blah. Put it up. Now, the thing is, yeah, if Go Speaker's Corner wants me to put it up, I will put it up. So here's an image from Ghost, and you can ask him when I put the picture up here. Then you can go up to people like Ghost Speakers Corner and Fogger Faz, and you can blame them for it, because I know people are going to be upset. So here is Pigeon. Faz can put a picture of the Gurus as you guys draw imitations of the Gurus. We don't do that. It's different, but I don't know you want to do it. If you do, then it will prove you're an Islamophobe. Now, let me explain something. If somebody puts a picture up of one of my gurus, yeah, with a title which is disrespectful, yeah, then I have a right to do the same thing. Have I not? Or is your religion got a special status that only you can do that, but if I do it, I'll get a death sentence? Yeah. Yeah. So if you lot, but you need to talk to him. I'm giving you lot a bit of time. I've been very patient. I'm giving you a bit of time. I'm not going to do it yet, but if he keeps having that picture up, or he doesn't take and changes it to Bhindranwala, he's got Guru Tegh Bahadur there saying that's Bhindranwala, which is very disrespectful. I will put the picture up, yeah, and I will do it. Then you can blame Go Speaker's Corner and Fogger Faz, because both of them two are mocking me. Both of them two are saying, oh, you can't do shit, you can't do that. You know what I'm like. If you push me like that, I will do it. So have a chat with that Fogger, yeah. Have a chat with that Fogger, and you tell him.
I can't believe Saladin just put burn Faz. I don't know where that comes from, but okay.
Oh, he doesn't like. He hates Fogger Faz.
I didn't know that.
Have you not heard what Fogger's done to Salahuddin?
No, I didn't know that, man.
Fogger has chucked Salahuddin the most under the. Oh, guess it. Look, yeah, do you know what? Yeah, I need to do something. Get it out the way. Yeah, it's this bloody guy Shine. Yeah, oh God, Shine. If you want to talk to me, jump on now. Isn't that guy from Lion's Den?
Who?
I don't know what that guy is. Shine. You know that guy?
You want that unknown dude?
Yeah, I need to understand because I've been arguing with him and arguing with him. I don't even have no issue with the man, but he's
this
on
guy,
me.
Rog. This
Have you
is
seen
why
that video?
this is why I have a rule, Rog. Yeah, you know what the rule is? If a guy is a provocator to you, do not speak to him.
Yeah, I tried. Yeah, so the other night, yeah, I've been trying because the problem is, yeah, with this guy, he starts like one time I was on a panel with him on aspects, and we ended up talking for 3 hours, yeah, about the most bullshit stuff. Oh, someone was in my house. He accused of me of having a man in my house called Sanjay. He was a doctor. Yeah. I was like, who is this guy? He ended up being Manny Cinder. And so I've been trying to ignore him. Yeah. But what happened is that I went into the panel again, having a very good conversation about racism, the statues. And this guy says, I need to say something. I need to say something. I was like, all right, whatever.
To be honest, when I was watching that live, even Raspe had enough of him. He was like, why you keep interrupting the conversation?
Yeah, so I was like, dude, let's just keep to track here. And then he just keeps saying, Raj. Imagine that, yeah. You're on a panel, we're talking about a very so he's doing a very kind of keeps calling my name. So if he wants to jump on now and have a chat for a few minutes, we can chat. I don't have no issue with you, dude, but you seem to have a massive issue with me. Don't know why. Don't know what I've done to you. Keeps calling me a liar.
You know what the worst thing is? You know what the worst thing is, Rog? He tries to go on to Raspek's panel thinking, nobody's gonna hate me for what I say, But bro, I swear down, there's like a lot of people in the chat saying, yo, Raspek, why don't you kick this guy off, man? This guy just talks for nothing.
I've heard him talk some sense sometimes. He doesn't always talk rubbish, but every time I've come on, he's just obsessed with me. I don't know why.
Oh yeah, that's true though.
I've heard him say stuff before. I'm like, all right, you're making a bit of sense, quite reasonable. But then when I jump on, he turns into a goddamn lunatic. Now, Sam M, you're saying that he wants me to put the picture up here as a trap. Maybe. But let me say something. I have been very reasonable have I not been reasonable? I'm even giving another chance. Yeah. I'm even giving another chance. I've not put the picture of Muhammad up. He's trying to goad me into doing it. Now, if I do it, what I need people to understand, you have to blame Fogger Faz, not me. Because Fogger Faz has been told that this person here, so remember the title is, who's the better man, Aurangzeb or Bhindranwale? Imagine if I said, who's the better man, Aurangzeb or Bhindranwale, and then somebody put a picture of Prophet Muhammad on there instead. Yeah. To us, this is not Bhindranwale. This is Bhindranwale here. This is the Guru. So he knows this, and I've told him, but he won't take it down. So it's up to him, and I will do it. I swear to God, I will do it. I'm not even threatening here. I'm telling you, I will do it just to prove a point. And I don't want to. Only reason I've thought twice about it was just because of people I like. But when people are trying to say, Raj, you can't do nothing, Raj. All right, fair enough. You know, you can blame Ghost Speaker's Corner and Sir Faz for saying that I can't do nothing about it. We can put whatever we want up. You can't do nothing. So what can I say? Now, for people say there's no pics of Prophet Muhammad. If you Google Prophet Muhammad, there's lots of pics. You may say it's not him, but there are pics out there. There's drawings and stuff. People have done them. Yeah.
That's why I don't search up images like that.
Yeah. So I checked yesterday. I was like, all right, Prophet Muhammad, thousands come up. So I don't want to have to do this, yeah. But just be reasonable. Be reasonable. Yeah. And I'm telling people, be reasonable. Ask yourself, if I did a show titled who's the better man, Aurangzeb or let me just say Aurangzeb or who can I say? I don't know, just some random person, yeah. And then I had a picture of a king and a guy called and then I had a picture of Prophet Muhammad. I'm telling you, things will get freaking peak for me very quickly. I'd probably have someone to try and kill me. So if you are doing that, don't expect me to not kind of like put a picture of you lot up. I've been very reasonable. It's been 3 days now. Fogger Faz knows who that person is. It's Guru Tegh Bahadur. It is not Bhindranwala. It's not Bhindranwala. Bhindranwala, yeah, is a controversial character. I support him up to a point, but my mum doesn't support Bhindranwala. Other people don't support Bhindranwala. So when Sikhs see this and it's got Guru Tegh Bahadur, yeah, the 9th Guru of the Sikhs, as Bhindranwala, and then you're miseducating people, because if people don't know who Bhindranwala is, yeah, they will look at this and go, oh, this is Bhindranwala. Oh, this, like every time they see this image, and they will see it quite a lot in the temples, Sikh temples, and if they Google, they'll be like, oh, this is this person's XYZ. It's disrespectful. So I'm sorry, you're gonna have to either talk to Fogger, or what will happen is that I will just play fire with fire.
To be honest, I think a lot of people would have spoken to him, like in the backgrounds and stuff. They would have said something to him that, look, what you're doing is wrong. You should have at least changed the picture.
Yeah, I mean that's the thing though. Fogger is just butthurt because I exposed the fact that he's
and to be fair, I was over at his stream yesterday, Raj, and he said, if you have an image of this picture and you're saying, oh, that's the guru, like I'm not adding disrespect, and Raj knows this. So like when he's saying, oh, that's not a picture of the guru, how are you applying that to an actual picture of the guru?
All right, so let me explain this. Obviously, it's not the guru. We don't know it will look like that. We have a description, but the point is this: whether it is the guru or looked 100% like him, or 50% like him, or 10% like him, or 12% like him, is irrelevant. The point is that picture or that painting, yeah, is a painting that is well known around the Sikh community, around the world, as representing the guru. The same way that if the pictures of Jesus Christ, that's not what Jesus Christ looked like. We know it's not what Jesus Christ looked like, but people still see that picture as representing Jesus, even though they know Jesus was not a white man. And if you start drawing something on there, or I don't know, putting something on there or something like that, Christians will be disrespected. So the fact that you, Fogger Faz, say it's not the picture of the guru, so I can do whatever I want with it, then I can do the same with you. I can get a picture of Prophet Muhammad, which says Prophet Muhammad underneath, and I can do with it what I want. I can put it on my thumbnail. Trust me, you'll be upset, even though you know that's not him. If it had Prophet Muhammad with his name on it, yeah, you're gonna get pissed. So don't try and play this silly game with me, because you're upset because I exposed the fact that Pakistan, yeah, totally and utterly try to destroy your country, and the Punjabis, yeah, especially the Sikhs from the Punjab, are also in this, had to be flown in to save Bangladesh from the Pakistani army, who are actually responsible for over 2 million deaths of Bengalis. Yeah, so yeah.
Can I answer Generalist's question? Is it Islamic to disrespect? No, it isn't. It's not right. It's not respectful. And it's not a part of our belief system. But
yeah,
I personally I don't agree with like for me, I don't have a problem with Faz, but I'm just saying he should change that picture at least. He doesn't have to change the title, but I'll just say, look, just change the picture and that's it.
Now the thing is, yeah, with me, like if this was a year and a half ago, I would have just I would have given him an hour and I would have just did it. The thing is, I'm trying to be a better person. Yeah, I'm trying to be thingy, and I don't want to have to cause tension for no reason. Yeah, but the thing is, if you keep on pressing my buttons, thinking that I'm not gonna do nothing because you think I'm a pussy, I'm gonna do it, and I don't care about the consequences. I'll do it. So you need to speak to this guy, because a lot of people are going to be upset who I like, but I'm sorry, I'll do it, because at the end of the day, you're upsetting me and you're upsetting other Sikhs by titling something which is disrespectful, because the person in the picture is not Bhindranwala. It's the Guru. It's the Guru Tegh Bahadur. Bhindranwala died in 1984 in an attack on the Golden Temple. He's not a religious figure to the Sikhs. He's a cultural figure, a political figure. Jump on, Simon. Jump on.
Rod, someone asked in the chat, isn't this the right of freedom of speech?
All right, so the same way a Fogafaz has a right of freedom of speech, deny the freedom of speech to do one of Prophet Muhammad then. Yeah, we'll play like that. That's fine. As long as you don't get upset. That's the thing. The point is, I can do it. And I haven't chosen to do it. I've been very patient. He can do it. He can do whatever he wants. But when I put a picture of your prophet up, don't start crying. Don't start saying, Raj, you can't do that. But you've tried to violate me and Sikhs. So think about it. Think about it.
I personally, I don't believe that's freedom of speech. I believe that's just like triggering other people's religion. Like for me, I wouldn't. If I was to make a title like that, I wouldn't put a picture that would basically trigger other people
right.
to curse your religion.
The problem with this year is like if he had the title, who's the better man, Aurangzeb or Guru Tegh Bahadur, I'd have no problem with it because you're talking about Guru Tegh Bahadur. So if Guru Tegh Bahadur's paintings in there, that's not an issue for me. I'm like, all right, whatever. But when you're titling it Aurangzeb, who's better, Aurangzeb or Bhindranwala, and then the picture, the person in the actual painting it is not of Bhindranwala, but of the Guru, what are you trying to say? All Sikhs look the same. Now, somebody then going to the temple, if they wanted to visit the temple or walking past stuff, will start thinking this Guru Tegh Bahadur is actually Bhindranwala. It's the fact that he's putting misinformation out there. Yeah, at least be accurate. Either put the actual picture of Bhindranwala or change the title to who's the better man, Aurangzeb or Guru Tegh Bahadur. So people looking at that thumbnail know that's Guru Tegh Bahadur and not what's it called, Bhindranwala.
I even got people in chat asking me, "Oh, why are you so calm with Raj?" Listen, I'm calm with a lot of people. I just don't lose my temper. Even Raj knows. Like before, I used to lose my temper. I used to say a lot of messed up like stuff I don't want to say in it. But I'm usually calm, man.
Hold on. First of all, it's people like Shahid, people like Zabida, people like Yunus, people like Rashma Akhtar, all of these type of people that made me move away from the Tommy Robinson movement. If I don't have people like this, yeah, I'm gonna think, X, Y, Z. Do you understand? Like when I speak to people and people are polite to me, even though I've got differing views, it makes me readjust my beliefs. The problem with these guys, they push me further to Tommy Robinson. Every time they will talk to me, it'll make me think, oh, you're crazy. Then I'll get pushed further to him. So people like Shahid and them lot, they do more dawah than you guys ever do. Yeah, through their politeness and their mannerisms. This is the thing that these guys don't understand. They think just going around, trying to convert people, saying Islam is this, you're gonna go to hell. That's not dawah. Yeah, some of the best dawah is people, with good manners and stuff. People that are polite. People that even if you disagree with someone, you're nice to them. Not like these degenerates. They expect you, Shahid, to be shouting me all day. Raj, you're gonna go hell. You evil. Do you understand? But that doesn't work with me. When you do that, what it does, it gets my back up. I start thinking you're crazy, and everything I thought will be reinforced. Now, luckily, I met people like Shahid, Yunus, Zabida, Rashma, Isa as well. All of these people at the park and online. And those are the people that made me go, okay, I'm gonna kind of
even and I want to say something. Yeah, even Sia in the chat, she's saying Roger's being generous, so she actually understands the situation.
Oh, yeah,
there's a lot of people. There's a lot of people who understand like how the situation is, and like I said, I'm gonna say it again. I don't agree with what Faz is doing. He should take the picture off and change the picture. And if you want to leave the video on, but by all means leave the video on, but just take the picture
he can even change the title saying, I just want people to understand that picture is not Bhindranwala. You have to understand who Bhindranwala is here. Bhindranwala is not loved by all Sikhs. It's not like, let me get Simon. Big up Simon. Is that you, Simon?
Raju.
Why do people keep saying Raju? I don't
That's my nickname. That's my nickname. No, you need to start saying Raju Tale Aja. Raju Tale Aja. You can say a good word. It just means come downstairs, come down, because I'm always getting that. I
might as well say Hanji. Raju.
Yeah, so all I'm saying is this, yeah, he can do two things. He can either retitle it, who's the better man, Aurangzeb or Guru Tegh Bahadur, because that is Guru Tegh Bahadur. We don't have an issue with paintings or pictures and stuff. Or he can just remove that bit and put Bindrawala there instead. He can do one of the
gears. What is it? Who's grinding your gears? What is it?
It's bloody Fogafaz.
What's he called?
He's a traitor to Bangladesh. He said that he's Pakistani. You know, but in Bangladesh in 1972, over like 2 million Bengalis were murdered by the Pakistani army. Did you know that?
No.
Yeah, and half a million.
Sorry, is it 1971? 1971, right?
1971 to 1972, and so there's a lot of kind of like war heroes in Bangladesh, because at the time Bangladesh used to be part of Pakistan, and so people were calling a particular war hero called Mitar Rahman a traitor. You know, Amaraz, because he's Pakistani. Oh, he's a traitor. And then Faz was going, yes, he's a traitor. He should have been executed. Oh, I don't know, whatever. And so he's siding with the enemy forces against his own people. Yeah, so he's a bit pissed off with me. But I'm just saying, if somebody speak to that fogger, tell him to stop taking crack cocaine if that's what's making him do what he's doing. Obviously, I heard he's been on Green Street, walking about and doing stuff like that. Shine, can you stop? Hold on. Stop. I'm going to block you, yeah? Either you jump on now and you talk to me and tell me what the problem is, otherwise I'm going to block you. Because you keep on saying to me you want to talk to me, rather than doing it on Raspect's channel, do it here. You know who this guy is?
Come on the panel, Shine, man. Come on
just
the panel.
I mean, he's every time I'm going to Raspects, he's like disturbing the conversation, saying, I want to talk to you, I want to talk to you, I want to talk to you.
I think personally everyone just hates the guy.
No, I don't hate the guy. I don't even know him. This is the problem. I don't even know him.
No, but like when
Well,
I
his
say
name
hate,
Shine.
I mean,
His name
I didn't have a problem with him.
his username Shine, like.
Yeah. Shine. Oh, let me say
Shine
something.
the light. Shine the light.
Shine blue Sam. So to Simon, yeah. Now I want to say something. Yeah. Did I not tell you a while ago? Did you get my text?
Oh, I think I saw one, but I may not have read it.
How dare you?
I was deeply engrossed in that.
All right, so the text basically was that basically what I'm saying now is that anything you want to do to Amy, do it. I don't care anymore.
I did read that.
I don't care anymore.
Yeah, I meant to say what inspired that.
Yeah. And look here, you know I intervened here. You told me you was going to do something. What did I say to you?
Don't.
I said don't do it. I told Wendy not to do stuff to her. I told other people even saying, look, please don't do that because it's totally out of order. I'm not telling you to do it, but I'm not going to tell you not to do it no more.
I said to Skitz that I'd stop being a cunt if she stopped being a cunt. And
the thing is, yesterday, that lovely young innocent lady, Amy, she walks around giving gifts out. She's heard nurses
pussy pass. She's worn a pussy pass.
The thing is, I'm still giving her more here, but the thing is, what I've done now is I've taken another pass is gone because she said something. I don't want to repeat it yesterday. Yeah, you know who it was against. You know when I get pissed off who it's against. And so I was like, I've been defending your ass, behind the scenes, telling people not to put pics up of this or that or this. And what I'm going to do now is just not going to say anything. You do what you want. I'll still talk to you. I'll say to you private. I'll just say, look, I don't agree with it. But whatever you want to do, she's such a nasty, vile piece of work that I'm not going to even defend her. I'm not going to stoop to her level, but I'm not going to defend her. I'm not going to tell people that I get on with not to do X, Y, Z. Avoid. What did I say to you? I said, dude, if you do this, I'm not going to. Didn't I pretty much tell you not to do something? In no uncertain words. I was willing to chuck my friendship with Simon away for principles, because I thought what you was going to do was too much. But guess what? Do whatever you want, I don't agree with it, but there's no way I'm going to be defending that person who has no morality, who is constantly attacking people that I love or people that I, people from me, and then expects me to defend her.
And here's the thing. I personally, I don't have a problem with him. Sometimes I speak to him, sometimes I don't. But I just don't understand why she beefing everyone. Like, she beefing Real now. She doesn't go on his panel. She beefing with other. She beefing with everyone, man.
She's addicted to it. That's what it is, pure and simple. Addicted to the beef.
So
to be fair, to be fair, I spoke to her once, and she comes across a bit, chilled out.
She was probably stoned.
But yeah, Rog, do you still like I said, I'm not like beefing Real right now, but I'm asking, like, do you still have a big problem with him, or?
I would say Real is a degenerate, one of the worst human beings living, and his channel needs to be crushed. Yes, I still have a problem with him. Yeah, I just need to.
No comment.
Yeah, I still have a problem with him. I'm just trying to think. Yeah, so with him, his channel's dying anyway. I mean, all of the main people
To be fair, he brought back Afghan on his channel, so.
Yeah, but this shows the weakness of him, not his strength. You have to understand, he's allowing people onto his panel that have disrespected and violated his family to a next level. And he has to do that. Why? Remember, he banned him from the channel. Why is he letting back on? Because there's no one else on the channel that people find interesting. As much as you might hate that guy, people find him interesting. And so he's losing. He knows he's losing. That's why he's done that. Because even with what's it called, Amy and them, as much as I hate them, I think they're nasty piece of work. At least they're a little bit entertaining. Now let me just say something. Yeah, you're gonna have to blame when I put the picture of Prophet Muhammad, or if I do it, you're gonna have to blame people like what's it called? You're gonna have to, the shit's getting in the fan, but you're gonna have to blame people like Skitz. Because look, I'm trying to be fair, yeah. He goes, Pigeon, stop blaming me on your channel. This is Ghost Speaker's Corner. Then hide him in a chat. So yeah, he is the one that has told me that if I'm a pussy for not putting the picture up. Here is Thingy, yeah, Skits and do whatever you want, Pigeon. Threats don't work. This ain't a threat. I will put the Prophet Muhammad's picture up. It's not a threat. I will do it. If you put the Guru's picture up saying that he's Bindarawala, I will put your Prophet's picture up saying he's Bindarawala. Simple as that. I'm not being unreasonable. If you're not going to do it, trust me, I'll do it. I'm just giving you a bit of time. The only reason I haven't done it is because of people like Shahid and everybody else. I don't want to upset them because of your stupidity. I'll give you a bit of time. At some point, even my like for Shahid and them lot is going to go out the window. I'm like, screw it. I'll do what I got to do.
To be honest, I'm going to say something. If you do what you say you're gonna do, I'm gonna be straight up honest. Like, at the end of the day, honesty is always true. I might not even pop on your channel for like 2 weeks, 3 weeks, just because of that. Because obviously, I'm not beefing Raj. Like, I'm always calm. I'm always respectful. But like, for me, I say don't stick to that level. But I'm not gonna come on the channel for 3 weeks, and I'm not gonna get angry about it. I'm not gonna disrespect Raj or anything like that.
Let me say something. I don't mind. That's your Prophet. You should be upset. The same way I should be upset that my Guru's being disrespected. You should be upset your Prophet's going to be disrespected. The point is this. I will do it. Even if nobody comes on the panel. The point is, I'm not going to let Fogafaz and Ghost and all of these people try and violate the Sikh people and Sikhs by putting that picture up claiming he's Bindarawala. Now, anybody that's upset about it who's Muslim, you should be upset. And you should be upset not only with me, but you should ask, why did I put it up? Because I'm pretty sure it says in your religion, if you mock others, they will mock you. True? Is that not true?
Exactly. Yes, that's true.
Yeah? So if you're mocking, if you're slandering, if you're saying that the Guru Tegh Bahadur, who we love as much as you love your Prophet, is Bindarawala, who is somebody that is not actually supported by all Sikhs. Bindarawala is a very controversial person in the Sikh community. Some Sikhs hate him. Some Sikhs are in the middle. Some Sikhs support him, and some Sikhs. And so he's not somebody that is loved within the Sikh community by everybody. So putting his name up saying the Guru Tegh Bahadur is Bindarawala is gonna be disrespecting some Sikhs, yeah,
Mm.
I will do it. And I will respect Shahid for sticking by his gun because he loves his prophet, and so he will do what he has to do. I would never take it personally. What I will ask Muslims to do is that ask why I did it, and then go to people like Sir Faz, go to people like Go Speakers Corner and Skitz and say, because of you, Raj did X, Y, Z and disrespected my prophet because you disrespected his guru. And then what happened is that take the religious thingy about, you know, that the thingy about if you mock their religion, they will mock yours. Yeah, and I'll be cool with it. Yeah, big up to you, Shahid. You just do what you are. I'll never take nothing personally from you, man. At the end of the day, you got to do. That's your prophet. You're gonna be.
To
upset.
be honest, I wanna request something. Brother Saladin, if you're there, I know you're still in the comments. Just try to talk to Faz, man. If you can, try to get him to.
He doesn't talk to Faz. He hates Faz. I'm gonna play the video of that attack in London, yeah, because I'm not gonna lie. I know people are gonna get pissed off about this, but this is disgraceful, man. Like, have you seen this?
I saw it. Yeah, I saw it. It was disgusting.
I
There was a guy,
heard about
apparently.
it. I didn't see the video.
There was
Am
a
I
guy,
gonna
the
get
youngest
strike?
one.
Am I gonna get a strike? What channel? I need to know what channel I can use.
Yeah.
I need to know what channel I can use without getting a strike.
You should be able to use the Telegram, a news channel.
With no sound.
A couple of times. Yeah, just stop it a couple. With sound, just stop it a couple of times.
Yeah, the problem is I think the sound is all right. I'll have to stop it a couple of times. Only 33 seconds. Now, let's have a look. All right. So how many? It's only 30 seconds. How many times should I stop it? So this was happened yesterday. Police officers who stopped to help an apparent assault victim were set upon in a sickening, shocking, and disgraceful attack, which has been condemned by the Home Secretary and police chiefs. Yeah. Video on social media shows an officer pinned down on the ground and being kicked, while his female colleague is pushed when she tries to intervene. Several men, including one with a baseball bat, surround the Scotland Yard officers, swearing, shouting, and filming on their phones. With one dancing a jig and taking a selfie during the assault. Now, look,
nice.
I'm going to play it. I'm going to have to stop it a little bit just so that I can play the thing without getting a strike. Let's have a look. Okay. Shall I put the volume off? What do you think?
Go on, put it up.
It's only 30 seconds. I'll stop it in 10 seconds. So basically, I think I need the volume because I think the fact there's a lady there. I'll get your opinion one by one once I do this. There's no sound. Oh, yeah. So there's a guy here with a baseball bat.
Yeah, it's going nuts.
So he starts beating him up, kicking him and punching him and shit. This police woman, yeah, like, poor lady, she...
Oh, God, look at that.
Now, this is the thing, yeah, like, I don't know if this is anything to do with what's been going on.
Yeah.
Maybe people are taking the piss, but it's disgraceful, man. Like,
there's real amplified racial tension going on. Now, the other day, last weekend, I was on the outer edges of London doing a hospital trip, and across this boy, and he had a burger in one hand and a milkshake in the other hand, and he was like stuffing his face as he walked out in the middle of the road, and this car had to slow down and beep, beep, beep at him. And he went, "You think you're better than me?" And I kind of turned around, realised it was a black kid, realised he was really charged up. And then I kind of went, thunk, oh, you've just come from the Black Lives Matter protest. So he came back really hyped up. And he carried that same energy over into crossing the road. Like the guy honking the horn would honk the horn at whoever walked out in front of him, whether he was black or white. But he had some kind of fragility about him that was hyped up from being at that protest. It was like, you think you're better than me? And he's like, well, no, he thinks he's better than anyone that's paying attention to the road safety, really. Do you know what I mean? Colour didn't come into it, but it did for the kid. And
yeah, I mean, the thing is, yeah, I like the thing that's annoying me the most. I know people can say Raj's social is the comedy stuff, yeah, because some of my favorite comedies, yeah, like are very on the edge. And like, what are they going to start doing to comedy? Because I think I'm gonna say this outright. I think British comedy is the best in the world, in my opinion. I'm not talking about stand-ups. I'm talking about like, you know, like sitcoms and just generally like some of my greatest things like League of Gentlemen or A Dwarf, Peep Show, Office, you name it. All of these shows are very un-PC. Yeah. What are they going to do with these shows? Like, one of the things I always loved about UK humor is that it was very on the edge. And now they're saying stuff like, I mean, Bo Selector. I used to love Bo. Now Bo Selector's racist.
Everything's racist.
Yeah. like Lee Francis, you're a disgrace, man, for doing that, because you've set a very bad precedent now. That these characters. Like, how can you portray Craig David without making yourself into a black person? How can you portray yourself being Mel B without being a black person? Now, I'm going to ask something here, because a lot of people are saying it's racist to do stuff like this. Let me just put the thing up.
I mean, I legitimately heard Buddha Bang talking to Aspect and saying he was worried that kind of white redneck kind of DFLA types might get hyped up and take it out on black people. And I understand that, because I've already seen it in small evidence myself. But there's also a case in Ireland where some boy got his face slashed off by a bunch of black lads, and this other lad's been streaming about it and saying, we haven't had racially charged incidents here in like the countryside in Ireland. This is purely because of the hype and the media that's coming out that's amplifying the racial tension. And in fact, you know, Black Lives Matter is really hyping and aggravating the racial tension as much as it's
that guy, although I disagree 100%, people filming it, putting it online, I think he nearly died. He was saying the most craziest racist stuff on a video, and I think then they found him and they beat the shit out of him. Now, I don't agree with that. Even if he did say that kind of stuff, report him to the police and let the police deal with him, because he was saying some real racist stuff when people, the N-words and all this, say that, you know, these people, black people, are pussios and all this kind of shit. And so when he met and people found out where he was, they think, but I think they ended up stabbing him as well, and all that kind of stuff. So
it just gets taken too far. It's just,
Now, if you look at this, now I'm going to go back to that police video in a second. Actually, I should really go back to that police video. It's more serious. But I'm just going to quickly, I'm going to talk about this later on, If you look at this, Bo Selector, look at all these characters, that were black celebrities. And in order to portray them, he had to make himself look like he was black. That's not blackface. Now, I'm going to ask people, remember Dave Chappelle? Like, I love Dave Chappelle. Dave Chappelle is one of my favorite all-time comedians. Now, have a look at this. Is this whiteface now? Because he plays a white character. When he's playing white characters, he puts whiteface on there. Is this whiteface? Look at this one. Is this racist?
Yes.
That's racist,
Yeah, it's not racist, man. Come on. It's only racist.
To be fair, I don't know.
Okay, let me explain something. If you're pretending to be a white person as a character, how can a black person look like a white person when the person looks like this? In order to make himself look white, he's put a bit of white makeup on and a hair, and he's pretending to be white, and mocking the thing, Is this now going to stop as well? There's a skit of what's it called, Eddie Murphy doing the same thing. This is comedy. He's not taking a piss of being racist to white people. He's portraying a white man, a white newsreader. Now, obviously, he's gone very pale here. So it's like, where do you take the thingy? I mean, this skit wouldn't be able to be done. You know this skit with
where he's measuring a stick.
No, you know this one when he's a blind.
I think I know that part. He plans to be he's a blind guy in it.
Yeah, and Clayton Bigsby.
Blind.
So this kind of comedy, I think, wouldn't be possible today, because people will be so goddamn butthurt about it. Oh, this is racist.
To be honest, yeah, I think people are too soft. To be honest, I remember, I think is it Little Britain or Confound Me? Is that, you know, that black old lady called Precious?
Yeah. And then there was an Asian character as well. Oh, but darling, man.
Yeah. So I don't find it to be offensive, to be honest.
Yeah. So when it comes to this here, let me say, I don't know who's been arrested by the police before. Has anyone been arrested by the police before?
Law-abiding citizens, man.
You've not been arrested, Eunice?
Not for a very long time.
All right. So what about you, Syed? Have you been arrested by the police?
Me?
Yeah, I've been arrested twice. Yeah. For one was when I was around 23. I was at a club, and yes, Pakistanis were there, and for some reason they decided to beat my mate up. He was a never seat guy. Then knocked my turban off outside, and I went mad. Yeah, you know when you get attacked and sometimes you go crazy because you feel like you've been violated. They arrested me. They literally, they were literally were about to spray me in the face. So I can understand sometimes people getting aggravated and like, you know, kind of defensive when they're in anger. So these people could have been very angry because something else happened. But at some point when the police are there and they're like, okay, stop and desist, you just stop and desist. Yeah. It's easier. What's the point of fighting? You're gonna get more charges on top. So your best bet is to just comply. And I was like, okay, fair enough, comply. And even though I was the person that was attacked and I was the one being told I was a troublemaker, I was confident that the police would look at the CCTV footage and realize they made a mistake. And they did, and they apologized. The second time, like I said, I attacked my brother-in-law with a bottle. He deserved it because he used to attack my sister and beat her up. I was arrested then. I just took the arrest. I was like, all right, whatever. I just put my hands up. Okay. Now, when you start fighting with the police like this, yeah, when they're trying to do their job, because those officers were just trying to do their job. Do you understand?
Yeah, there's a lot of people getting bad for just doing their jobs in these fucking riots that I've seen all week. I've seen a few bleeding policemen. So bikes being thrown at the head.
Do you know if one of them? Do you know if one of them actually get tased or stuff like that? They're gonna be a protest. If someone got a taser and they dropped dead, you know what I mean? It's mad.
Yeah, I mean the thing is, like, look, yeah, the guy's trying to do his job by apprehending someone, and there's 5 guys around him attacking him. Now I don't know if that would have happened if this whole situation was going on, but
yeah, everything's been amplified.
Listen here. I didn't say I hit my sister. I said my brother-in-law used to hit my sister, idiot. And so I hit him with a bottle, and then I got arrested for it. Yeah. Luckily, yeah. Well, I'm sorry, man. I'm not a violent person, but if someone's doing X, Y, Z, I'm not going to just freaking stand there. So I got arrested for that. But I didn't even fight the police. I was like, all right, I'm glad. I was proud of it. I was like, yeah, I did it. Now what? What are you going to do? Yeah. So sometimes it's best just there's no point fighting the police, man. That's the thing. That's what I don't understand about these people.
How long did you get arrested for?
I'd spend them night in jail. So night in prison in a police cell.
Oh, right.
Freaking horrible, man. I'm not gonna lie. I don't know how people cope all the time. The other thing is the statues, though. Like the statues as well, yeah. Like,
do you mean the slave trader statues?
Yeah. I mean, what do you think about that?
Well, while they're knocking slave trader statues, okay, fair enough. Give them that. That one in Bristol has been a bone of contention for about 8 years. They've been moaning about it. Once they start daubing graffiti on like Winston Churchill and the Cenotaph, they're getting into really dodgy business, because it's just inflammatory and it's designed to kick people off. Thing is, I've got to be fair enough. When I saw the Telegraph go around the Cenotaph on Thursday, it was untouched and no one had done anything to it. And it only takes a little bit of agitating from people down there, which I've seen down there, like Ralph with a White Lives Matter hashtag.
Oh, yeah. I feel like playing that video, actually, but I'll get a strike for it.
But also the National Front have been down there. People like Britain First have been down there. So there's been a bit of aggravating already, which then makes a tension point, which then makes little dickheads like that bloke do the equivalent of jumping up and swinging his stick about, and look, I'm not scared to do it. So it's not like it happened just out of the blue. Those monuments have been like a place made into a place of tension over the weekend. Then that's kicked off. But the moment you go to, my friend made a video today. If I post it in the side chat, would you play it?
And the thing is, there's lots of like, this is where the problem I have with the statues being taken down or destroyed. Like, the problem is there's so many people out there, so many statues of individuals that I find abhorrent. Yeah. Now, look, when my family went to India, my mum went to India, she was filming herself in Delhi or something like that. Yeah. And these statues are up in Delhi. Now, you might just look at that. Oh, it's just a statue. Who is that? Why would, this piss Raj off? Yeah, these statues are everywhere of Indira Gandhi. I freaking hate that woman.
Yeah.
I hate her. She's a bitch. Yeah, she tried to kill. She attacked the Golden Temple. She tried, because of her, so much heartache happened to the Sikh people. This woman's statues annoy the hell out of me. I feel like taking them down, but I don't take them down. Yeah. I don't take them down because I can't start going around vandalizing and taking statues down, even if I hate that person. Yeah, there's legal routes to go down. If people want to take them down, then legally do it.
Yeah.
Let me just. What is the video you want to show me?
It's how a mate of mine feels seeing the Cenotaphs vandalised. He's a vet, and he's very balanced. It's his first video. He's just put it up today, and I think
it looks boring, man.
Just listen to it.
Oh, sorry, I just saw his face and I was like, oh no, this looks so boring. God, no, just looking at his face just bores me. I don't know. Am I being bad?
Yes, you are.
Not a good kind of. It might be a good video.
Yeah, who's that?
Some dude, one of his friends. Let me play it.
Name's Richard. I'm a nobody.
Oh.
Yeah, I'm angry. These protests that are going on up and down the UK. Why attack the Cenotaphs? War memorials? Why target them at all? These are to one of the very people that fought and died for your right to peacefully protest. And now you're targeting their memory. And to add to that, the veterans that are worried about their sacred places, where they honour their war dead, are now being branded far right for the troubles. Interesting, that, innit? Everywhere you look, far right, far right, far right, counter protest. Counter fucking protest. Veterans believe in the right to protest, whatever the hell you want to do. You want to make cheesecake our national dish? Protest for it. I'll lead the charge. Protest about whatever the hell you want, peacefully. You'll have every veteran in the UK supporting you. Attack our Cenotaphs, we're against you immediately. That's our war dead. Do you not understand that? That's our sacred place. They fought for the right for you to have these.
Okay. Yeah, I'm not sure if I can play the whole thing, but I think he's right. The thing is that, look, when it comes to certain individuals in history, they are like, what do I say? They're like, there's good and there's a lot of bad. Yeah. So I'll give an example. So you have two individuals that were alive at the same time. Both of them achieved great things, but both of them have got past and things about them that are terrible. And in fact, both of them are revered like they're saints. One is Winston Churchill, one is Mahatma Gandhi. Yeah. Both of them did do something great. Yeah. The first one is going to be obviously Churchill. Let's say Mahatma Gandhi. He freed India from the British rule, from Simon and these people.
From me.
Yeah. Simon, yeah. Literally, Simon was there. I've got an old picture of him persecuting Indians from 1902. Yeah, that was you. They look like you, yeah. So you have Mahatma Gandhi, yeah. Mahatma Gandhi achieved something that is incredible. That he done a peaceful movement obviously the Sikhs here want that peaceful. In fact, let me just before I go on yet, there are a couple of handful of Indian freedom fighters that are revered in India. One of them is Mahatma Gandhi, yeah, he was very peaceful. Oh, no. The other one was Uttam Singh, yeah, and the other one is Bhagat Singh. Both of those two were Sikhs, yeah. And let's say both of them, let's just say it wasn't so peaceful. A couple of bullets going here and there, bombs all over there, so it was a little bit different. So when it comes to Mahatma Gandhi, he achieved something which was to free India from Britain's rule, yeah. And you can't take that away from him. You cannot take that away from him. But he also was a racist. That's a fact, because his books when he was in South Africa was not about peace and love. He saw himself as equal to the white man, but he didn't see black people as equal to white people or him. He also was a pedophile. I'm sorry, I know it's going to hurt you guys if you've watched Gandhi, Richard Attenborough's Gandhi, yeah? The end of the day, yeah, he was a pedophile. He slept. If you sleep in a bed, yeah, with what's it called, an 8-year-old kid naked, and you're naked to test your what's it called, your libido, is that pedophilia?
Yeah.
We don't know what he was doing in those rooms. We don't know what he did with those kids. We just know kids used to go into there and he would lay down with them naked, and we don't know what happened. So there's one person now. His monuments are all over India, yeah. And even in the UK, I think they got a monument. So for me, when I see it, I'm in like a double mind. I'm like, this guy was a bad guy in that sense, but he did achieve something incredible. The other is Winston Churchill. Winston Churchill, without him, there's no doubt about it, Hitler, yeah, would have invaded the UK. He would have then destroyed the whole of Europe, gone into Russia, crushed Russia, and at some point, he would have went to India and he would have went around. I know people say he wouldn't have. I believe he would have, yeah. And so whether you like it or not, Winston Churchill was pretty much responsible for the UK defeating Hitler. Because if he wasn't there and he didn't say what he said and it wasn't for his strength of character, they would have defeated things. Let me just get oh, we got a patriot here. A patriot. Is that you, Dave Smith?
You're right, Raj, mate.
Dave.
So let me just finish my little thing here, then you can put your 2 pence in. So then you have Winston Churchill, but he also had racist views. There's no doubt about that. Yeah, he also indirectly or directly caused the Bengal famine, which killed millions of people.
Yep.
Now, if you're going to take down Winston Churchill's statue, you're going to have to take down Gandhi's statue, and you're also going to have to take another person's statue down, which is that little bitch, Mother Teresa.
That's a really fair point. I mean, none of these people are nice people.
Look at this lady, yeah? Her statues are everywhere in India, yeah? This woman here, Mother Teresa. Oh, look at her. She looks like a saint. She's a cow and a goddamn demon, that woman, yeah? She's a demon, a real-life demon, yeah?
She wasn't
the reason why she's a demon is because of the fact that her house for the ill was not a house for the ill. It was actually a house to let people die in misery. Millions of Indians died in misery because of her goddamn kind of like thought process. She believed in order to suffer, like you need to suffer like Jesus Christ, yeah, in order to attain kind of like, you know, salvation. So these people that were suffering, she loved it. She used to sit there going, oh my God, you're dying of cancer? Oh, let me watch. Let me watch. Your inside bowels are coming out. Oh, let me watch. Where is it? Show me. She loved that shit, yeah? She loved it. She loved to see suffering because she believed Jesus Christ suffered on the cross. And so in order to attain salvation, you have to go and die in a miserable way, yeah? When she died, she was in a 5-star hotel. I mean, a 5-star hospital with all the medication she needed. So she's a nasty individual. Whenever I see her goddamn statues, I want to rip them down, but I don't. So go on, yeah, you look talk. I've had my little rant.
You know what? Yeah, she probably was. You know, like she's probably excited when that person was about to die. But that.
Yeah,
Probably
She
gonna
sounds
take
like a
thrill.
psychopath. She
The
sounds
thing
like
is, the thing is, it's all right to debate whether these people were nice people or nasty people, or write a book about it or a small essay. But when you start like spraying shit on it and tearing them down, it's going a bit far. Because, like you say, you have to start removing everyone.
yeah. The way I see it is sometimes bad people do good things, and sometimes good people do bad things. So, you know, is there such thing as a perfect person? Does that person in history exist? Someone who's never did any wrong. So, you know,
I personally think you need to look at it in terms of the balance. Was their achievement? Can it balance out the bad? Can it balance out the bad? Yeah.
Raj,
How much now?
You're ignoring Manny Cinder.
Oh,
he's gonna throw all of his toys out the pram.
Oh right. No, I'm not going nowhere. Oh, sorry, I'm not reading the comments. I'm not going nowhere. No. You're crazy. I'll probably get lynched by Antifa and then lynched by the other side as well. So
yeah, Saturday's not happening now.
What's going on with Saturday? Because I saw the big hype over the weekend and thought, oh no, look at that. That's
well, Tommy's come out and said don't go. So is Richard Inman. So
thank fuck.
They've realised the mistake there, and yeah,
it would have been a right shit show. I'm not gonna lie, because either way, even if let's just say they were defending the statues, like having black people with white people fighting over what's it called? That's not the real Manny. That's a fake Manny in that case. It's an Manny Cinderson.
Why is he modded then?
Oh, is he modded? Oh, is he gone mad today? All right.
He's just gone loopy. That's Manny.
It's not a good look.
Yeah. So I personally think a good kind of thing is like look at the balance here. Now, if your only achievement was that you was a slave trader, you did nothing else of any good, all of your money was made through misery of somebody else, or somebody else's suffering, then I'm like, all right, but do not tear the statue down, go through the legal routes and prove your case, Now, if it's balanced out, okay, Mahatma Gandhi, for example, saved India and from the white man, these two here, from those guys, but was a pedo and a racist, it's terrible, but he still achieved something. I think you need to write it on the plaque, though. At the top you can say Mahatma Gandhi freed India from the white British man who was racist, but he was a racist himself and slept with little children. And then just leave it at that. Let the plaque kind of like talk for itself. I don't know whether you think that's a good route to go down.
Well, that's the beauty of the internet, isn't it? We don't all have to listen to one media stream anymore. We can all find out the facts for ourselves, and I think people are very aware of these things. But is there deeper meaning to some of these activities? Is it is there a political agenda behind it and these kind of things? So does it run deeper than what is on the surface of what we're seeing?
Well, so aside from this whole shit,
and where does it end? Sorry, and where does it end? It starts with what's it called? Little Britain, and then it ends, I don't know where. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
The minor things turn to major things, I guess.
Yeah, I don't remember anything racist in Little Britain. I don't remember anything
loads
racist.
of it.
What, in Little Britain? Racist?
Yeah.
What?
And on PC stuff with men in dresses doing drag, bad drag.
And?
You wouldn't be able to do that now. It'd be transphobic.
No, but is it? No, I'm not asking. Is it perceived to be racist? Is it racist?
It's perceived to be un-PC. Yeah, definitely.
Yeah, but that's not racist. Like someone like I said, I showed Dave Chappelle with a white face pretending to be a white.
If someone believes it's racist, not necessarily is a racist.
Your title says PC culture as well.
Yeah. The thing is, this is the thing, like comedy, you need to be able to allow the comedians to be able to push certain boundaries. Obviously, if you're going around, saying that P word and the N word for no goddamn reason, there's no context, you're just saying it for the sake of insulting people. But if you're kind of like telling a joke and you need to say certain things in order to get the punchline, and you're from that same race as well, then
someone's just said something in the comments which has sparked a thought in my. And I do think that they wanted Tommy to go down there with a bunch of lads and fight Black Lives Matters.
Oh, it would have been a dream for the media, wouldn't it?
It would have, but on the instigation of other people that I know were down there, like Tony Martin from the National Front, Ralph Maslamani from Patriotic Alternative, all those people down there with White Lives Matter sign, Britain First as well, I have to say, although he's a friend of Tommy's. But all those people down there doing that kind of like troll provocation stuff at the side is going to make something happen. Do you know what I mean? So it's not just like, and then the first thing that lot are saying is like, oh, Tommy will go down there with the boys, and whereas that's what they're secretly hoping for.
Well, that's optics as well, isn't it? If those guys got attacked and beaten up, that would have been optics. That would have got millions of views. So I think that was the objective.
Yeah, definitely. And everyone's where Tommy's saying kind of like, oh, we just need to defend the memorials, which is one thing. You've got Raspex hyping it up into Tommy Robinson declares civil war on Black Lives Matter. Yeah,
they've really have took it quite far, haven't they? But thankfully, the bubble's been burst because they're not going to get what they wanted.
Yeah, okay. I'm glad because the last I looked, it was just like this hype thing. He was going on about the Mandem, getting the Mandem ready. And I was like, oh no, this is just a shit show.
I truly believe that people like Raspic, in a way, would want a great goddamn battle going on down Trafalgar Square, trying to destroy. Now the thing is, I was trying to explain to him on the show the other day when I jumped on there that even people that support Black Lives Matter and agree that there's issues going on, if you take down certain statues, the shit's gonna hit the fan. It's gonna be counterproductive. Yeah. People are not going to accept certain statues being taken down. Now, some statues, they'll be like, all right, whatever. But it's not really that important to them. I don't have an issue with actually kind of having a better description of the person with its good and bad, or if they're very controversial, like in America. And the thing is, one thing that irritates me is that when people are trying to equate the UK with America.
Yeah, it's not the same. It's not the same.
Yeah. Like, they're two totally separate places. I've been to the States, I don't know if you paupers have been to the States. I've been to Orange County twice, for free. And I'm telling you, their police cannot be compared to the UK, Whether we like the UK police or not, they're no way like them, They're different. They're totally different. You can go up to a police officer in the UK and ask a basic question. You can't do that in the States.
Have you seen the... Sorry, Roger. Have you seen the video of a man called Tony Timper? I brought you up on well, in 2016, they basically did to him what they did to George Floyd, and they knelt on him for 13 minutes until he died. And this is a white man, and they was laughing at him as he died. He was saying that I'm dying, I can't breathe, and they basically just made fun of him as he was dying.
Who? The shopkeeper, ex-policeman, that guy.
No, this was in 2016. A man called Tony Timper, and they used the same procedure on him than they did George Floyd. They knelt on him for 13 minutes until he died, and this was a white man. So they've got some, terrible practices. The police out there,
terrible. So this is the thing, Police reform is needed in the States. There's no doubt about that. The way they police, their whole demeanor. Even just even asking a basic question to an officer shouldn't get a response like you're going to get shot. Like I remember when I went out of LAX for the first time when abroad, I lost somebody that I was with, and I just went up to an officer. Like in the UK, you can go up to an officer in the airport or whatever and just go, okay, do you know where the exit is? What do you think the response would be like if you just asked an officer in the UK, do you know where the exit is?
It is pointing to
it's just right there. It's on the right, on the first left.
When I went up to the officer, he didn't even look. He just looked at me. He's like, "Move like that, and I had to just move. Like it was that.
Did he hold his gun as well? Did he hold his gun as well? Like
but they
had his gun to his hand.
And they're like they kind of like they seem like a militarized force here. They don't seem like a police force that is held.
It's like as if they're ready for action or something like that.
Yeah, my issue is this year is that I was in a rich area and they wouldn't allow me to go to the poor areas. Yeah, I wanted to go to certain places. They wouldn't allow me. They said I'll get killed here because I talk too much. I don't know. They said they did everything within their power to get me out of that because I wanted to go place like Compton and all this kind of stuff because I wanted to see the real America, like the bits that you see in the movie, and they told me no, you can't go. Now I was in Orange County, so Orange County is one of the richest places in America, and the officers there are nothing like the UK police. Even there, they are very, very kind of like, you know, militarized. And now I was thinking to myself, I even asked, I said, if they like this here, what do you think they like in a poor area or a minority area that they think they can get away with? Think about what they're going to be
They
like.
probably treat them like dogs over there.
Yeah. So
to be fair, Raj, they have to be like that. They have to.
Yeah,
think
it's
that.
a very violent
They have to have that
country.
mindset.
Yeah, it is. You got to understand. Every day they go to work.
Every single like person, they can't be like that with
No,
every
obviously,
single person.
every day
like, if you're walking on the road and a police officer just pulls up on you and says, "Oh, empty out your bags," when you have done nothing wrong, and you obviously don't have anything wrong there, that's just stupid and wrong in the first place.
Can I just answer this question? How much percent of LA is black? One of the things
it's like 9%. It's 9% is black.
Let me tell you something. The weird thing about America was that I was, because we're so used to watching movies, and black people here are in the movies probably overrepresented compared to the actual population. When I went to LA, I saw very few black people until I went to certain areas. But in Orange County and all of these places, and even LAX, I saw very few. I was actually shocked. I saw more Mexicans. There were Mexicans everywhere, and Chinese. I'm not saying whether that's good or bad. It's none of my business. But Chinese and Mexicans are, in terms of minorities, are the biggest minority. Not black people in LA. I saw a few.
To be honest, in America as a whole, there's a lot of Chinese people there. I'm not discriminating, but that's just like surprising.
Especially like near Chinatown, Koreatown, isn't it?
Yeah, so I mean, when it comes, especially with the coronavirus, they're probably spamming checking. No, so like with that, that's the thing that I'm concerned about. I'm sick and tired of people trying to equate America and using the politics of America to superimpose it onto the UK. Yeah, you can't do that, man. You can't do that. Like, this is what I feel like a lot of people are doing. Like, they're trying to make it as though the UK police are like the American police, and they're not. Obviously there's been bad stuff that's been done, but there's no way can it be.
They're not as bad as them, basically.
Yeah,
I wouldn't say as bad as them, but like they don't have the same risks as in the US.
Yeah.
Now this is a little holiday broadcast. They said, Anos, do you recommend LA for a holiday? No. If you want to go somewhere, look, let me tell you something about LA. Yeah, it's like a Ferrari. Yeah, I always equate it to a broken. Imagine a Ferrari, but with no inside. So from the outside, it looks beautiful. It looks amazing. But when you sit in the Ferrari, this particular Ferrari, which is like an analogy for LA, there's no seats. The gearbox broken, the wheels wonky, and it just like literally looks like shit inside. And that's how I equate LA. From the outside, it's all visual. But if you want more,
to be honest, I've been to America a couple of times for a bit of holidays, and to be honest, because I went to California once or twice, and I like California more than LA. That's just.
It's in California. LA is in California.
No, it is. LA is California.
Oh.
It's the largest city in California.
So imagine the UK, England, and London is its capital city. California is a massive state on the side, and that's actually you would say that LA is probably like it's the biggest state or biggest kind of area.
A large metro area as well.
Yeah, I mean, I look, if you like the sun and you like shallow kind of like, just silliness, then fair enough. But even the Hollywood Walk of Fame is garbage, man. Like proper garbage.
No, I didn't like that.
It was like something out of Blackpool or something like that. Has anybody got like? Because I want to play some videos, but I don't want to get a strike. The other day they tried to strike me. So.
To be fair, you can play videos, but I think you have to play it on certain channels. Don't play on like.
There's something that's happened in Seattle. Yeah, I don't know if you've seen it, but this.
They took over 6 blocks.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't know. I want to play it because I want to show people. And the thing is, I'm not gonna lie here.
Yeah.
If I was Trump, I remember I don't support Trump. Yeah, I think Trump is a prick. But I'm telling you, you cannot let an area of your city, be taken over. It doesn't matter who it was.
No.
Yeah, and I'm going to be honest with you, like, this is the first time I heard Trump saying that you need to sort this out. He was giving a message to the governors or whatever that you've got to sort this out. It was, I'm going to sort it out. I'm not going to lie. Yeah, so Jen Wallace says, your police killed 3 people last year. Ours killed nearly 1,000.
Can I give a counter argument to that, please, Raj?
Oh, let me just get Squire in first. Let me see if that's Squire. Is that you, Squire?
Yeah, hi, mate. You all right?
Are you going to behave yourself today?
I always behave myself. How very dare you?
You end up
Square, if you can you get a wasp on as well?
Yeah. Oh, I've just sent in the message. I literally just sent it a couple of minutes ago, Shade.
What's your views on the situation, the statues, and just overall? Oh, the wasp. Why don't you lot? Yeah, wasp come back. I'm going to be going in, like, you know.
Roger, bring on the wasp now because I'm going to be eating. Yeah,
I'm gonna jump off as well. Okay. Big up, Raj.
Big up with Dave, man. Big up, Dave. All right, so let me get the wasp.
I'm gonna be eating.
Is that the wasp?
I'm gonna jump off as well.
Big up the wasp, man.
What it is, it's like, so you know that film Candyman, when you summon the wasp 3 times.
I'm not lying. Who's that thing? Some of you about Wasp needs more. I need to put this thing up because Wasp, man, your channel is so underrated, man. I have to keep on saying it because you put some freaking great content up, man. Like you spend so much time. I'm like, dude, and yeah, you need to get more people on the channel. Let me put your thing up, man. Yeah, I mean, if you want to just give your viewpoints, each of you, because I don't know where you stand on the statues. I mean, what do you think about the statue situation first and comedy? Because they're trying to make comedy into some kind of dulled down, goddamn boring PC.
I can't get the comedy and statues into the same box in my head.
All right. So just tell the statues first. Then, what do you think about controversial statues?
I just think that, I don't know. I used to be into symbolism. I'm looking at statues and looking at things like that, but basically, they're just like. I'd rather say this. The city of Liverpool is the city where I was born, right? It has more memorials, statues, carvings of the slave trade than London does. But there's no one kicking off there, you know what I mean? We're quite civilised up north.
Funny. So Harry Enfield was wrong then, were they?
Oh, very wrong.
We might want to play that. Is that racist? So this is the thing here, like it just get. But in Liverpool, they're going to go there at some point if they're allowed to.
Great city, mate. You got to visit it, Raj. It's a beautiful city. The buildings are beautiful and everything, but like you say, if you really look at it, because it was a slave port, Liverpool, you know, and the buildings represent, because it was from the sugar trade, the Tate and Lyle.
Yeah.
I think where most of the imports come from. And
this is how ridiculous it's gone. Penny Lane in Liverpool is quite famous for a song that was
what's
by
happened?
the Beatles.
Sung by the Beatles.
Mate, Bradley just mentioned something about it, but he's that wide out of his head, he couldn't fucking tell me. What happens? What's on with Penny Lane?
They've just jumped on it. When's it? Come on. If people let it carry on, it's never going to end.
Is it on the PC bandwagon?
We're just living in dust.
I don't get it. I know what's all this thing about Penny Lane? What's the problem?
Penny Lane, because the slave museum's on Penny Lane. Well,
I'm gonna wait. Let me show the videos. Let me see if I can find a video. I've not been.
And Penny Lane is also it's in conjunction with the Penny Black.
Dude, I heard you've made up with real. Is this not real? Is it? Don't tell me.
No, it's just a game we play, Raj. You know what I mean?
It's no one wants any fucking race.
I like this one about Hops. I like Hopsky, but this was a funny one, man.
Go on.
I need to watch this later, man.
Hopsky's losing it, mate. I tell you, something wrong with that.
I haven't seen any of the Hopsky ones, actually.
You might as well go on. Give an Hopsky one.
No. But let me play this one. What's the way Hopsky for the Thanks Friday? It's Carl. What's that? Who's this Carl?
No! You don't want to see this. Don't, Raj. No, don't.
Let's just play this one. I've not seen this. Big up for the rule. Big up for the pics. What do you mean the pics? It's not pictures of.
You might not like this.
Okay, all right. All of them. The problem is, I actually do like it, because I'm very nosy, but I don't want to publicly.
He can't help himself, can he? Just as nosy as everybody else. He can't help himself.
Yeah, the thing is, I'm telling you. Let me give you an example. You know, in the back chat, that lovely young lady, Amy. You know that lovely young lady.
Yeah.
She was posting pics of somebody I get on with. I mean, screenshots of Oz. Now I get on with Oz, but I'm still reading it.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm still reading it and I'm still loving it. That's how nosy I am. I'm like, oh, what's up next? Oh, I feel sorry for you, Oz. Oh no, what happened? So I can't help it. Even if it was Simon or something, I just have to read it.
You're too invested, Raj.
So
anyway, mate, don't play the first one though, because if you get on with Opsky, you won't like that one.
I'll play it anyway, whatever.
Okay, go on.
Oh, Roger's got his rock and roll.
Oh, sorry, Hopsky. Let's see it, man. Let's see it. Let me just do it again. Everyone sub to thingy, man. Put your have I modded you up? I need to get,
You know what? The Wasp doesn't even charge you for all this endeavour.
No, man, I know. It's a very nice. There's a lot of energy into this, though, man.
He does it out of the goodness of his sting.
Listen.
Russell can lick my balls, and when he's done licking my balls, he can lick my fucking sphincter. I don't give a fuck, mate. I don't care. I'm no beg. I'm no boy. Fuck yourself and fuck your friend Russell. He can suck
Who's that?
my balls.
That's me. That's me.
Oh, it's you. Okay, all right.
What has Russell done to make me feel this way?
What's this?
Right, what that is, Raj. Right, it was a picture. Someone's got a screenshot. Someone threw it in a side chat, and that's actually Opsky with his hand down his pants.
What are you doing, man?
I don't
know if he's getting the fleas out or something like that.
Dude, like, you know when this little retired prostitute is in the chat. Like,
I mean, what sort of? Sorry. Go on,
Oh, is this you?
That's me.
Oh, big up to yourself. You look like a generic white man, though, so I think I've met you before, man.
Racist.
Sure. Quite somebody. Is this Hopsky?
Yeah.
I've met Hopsky in real life, man. You all look the same, white people. I can't tell the difference anymore. I've met Hopsky.
Don't be so racist, you.
I'm serious. I met him at Speaker's Corner, and I'm sure that's he's bald, in it. He's bald, in it.
Yeah. Raj, have you seen the video I've done where you've got a mention in it?
Oh, have I? Do you know what? One day me and Wasp are gonna fall out, and I'm looking.
No. It's not having a go at you. It's having a go at someone who's having a go at you.
But I actually want to fall out with you just to see what video you do. I do like. I'm a bit of a narcissist. You know when I get videos made about me, even if they're like bad.
I know what it is. I know what it is for you, Raj. You love to be hated.
Yeah. Look, let me say something. Yeah, when you're hated, it is a talent to be able to be hated this much. Yeah. It's not hard. It's not.
Look at Chris Eubank. He's still good. He's still good at what he does.
Yeah. So being hated, is a kind of an achievement in itself, man. It's not. It takes a lot of hard work, guys, man. It's not easy to do to cultivate that amount of hate, man.
So what are you saying, really, deep down, that you're a nice guy?
No.
I don't believe you, you twat.
No. What's that road in Liverpool then? Liverpool, what road is it?
Penny Lane.
Oh, Penny Lane.
Oh, Penny Lane. Is that got a lot of
Penny
races?
Lane, there is a bar.
Liverpool, Penny Lane statues.
No. What they've done is the street signs which say Penny Lane.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? They've been blacked out.
Oh yeah, I've seen it, man. When did this happen?
I think either today, yesterday, or
what has Penny Lane done now?
Well, Penny Lane, like I said, they for some mad reason they're putting it down to like the penny black stamp, and because the slave museum is just off Penny Lane, you know, so crazy. This is what I mean. They're gonna have to stop. If they don't stop, there'll be nothing left.
Okay, all right. So here's
racist, therefore capital it.
Here it is. So who is this guy then? So Penny, let me just read this thing, because yeah, this is the problem. It's just getting so stupid. Like you can't just have look. Like I said, there's a lot of stuff I don't like. Yeah, a lot of statues. I think Mother Teresa's a goddamn degenerate little bitch. Yeah, needs to be freaking. I'd love to get that statue and topple it down, but I can't. Yeah, I can't do that. I can't just keep going around knocking down statues because I don't like certain individuals. But it's going to be anarchy. But I think that's what people want is anarchy. If I'm being honest with you, they wanted there to be anarchy.
They're enjoying the. Everybody else has jumped on the bandwagon. It's not just Black Lives Matter, is it?
Yeah, but I'm more pissed off about. I'm going to be honest. I'm more pissed off about.
It's the left. It's the left waffer who jumped on it.
Let me just quickly read this though. Liverpool mayor refused to change name of Penny Lane. That was made famous by the London Liverpool mayor Joe Annis has knocked down calls to change the iconic street name Penny Lane. Protesters claim that it has links to ship owners and anti-abolitionist James Penny, who defended slavery. 78 statues and monuments have been added to a hit list because of connections to colonialism. Cardiff City Council, yeah, this is a bit crazy. Now, yeah, you know, like I said, man, like I don't look. If people have bad histories, okay, man, but starting to take down all the statues and stuff is just gonna cause civil unrest. Yeah, it's gonna cause like a freaking like race war or something if people start taking their statues. Like they've taken down one, obviously.
I think it's going to cause a lot of problems. That's what I think. I think some certain characters are certainly have some form of redeemable, qualities. I think the rest have, irredeemable qualities, and therefore, in regards to the, the people who were involved in the slave trade, I think they should, their statues should be taken down and being placed in a museum, but it has to be done democratically. It has to be done via, in terms of, if it's in London, it has to go through via borough.
Yeah.
In terms of, if it wasn't in, my borough, like London Borough of Ealing, if there was a statue there,
Eunice, you're in enough trouble. They call you the Black Hitler,
Oh, very funny.
Seriously.
Okay.
That's your nickname, the Black.
All right. Okay. If it was in my borough, okay, I'm sure that they should let the residents of the borough to vote on whether or not they should take down the statue or not and place it into a museum where it could be taught, in terms of, and it has to be, done factually, and it has to show, the good and the bad of the history of this country. That's what that's what the country's all about.
I think personally, they should go through the governmental law. I think I personally believe the government are not sincere in a lot of things, but I think they would actually, if they actually did study about those certain statues, they would.
Sorry, this is my problem. Yeah, there are other people that are racist that are not gonna. You're not gonna have these guys going to Gandhi's statue trying to put it down. Gandhi's an Asian man. Gandhi was a racist. Gandhi was a pedophile.
I agree with that.
So I would have more respect if they were fair and go, okay, let's take all of them that are bad down, but they're selecting only certain ones here because of PC culture. Gandhi, we all know Mahatma Gandhi in India, but he also was a racist who believed in white supremacy and also was a pedophile. There's no doubt about it. That's factual now. So what? They're not moaning about that particular.
Did Raj? Sorry to butt in, mate, but did Gandhi not say? I know you like saying this out, and I don't know a lot about him, but he came up with a great sort of phrase. He says, "An eye for an eye makes the whole world blind."
Yeah, he did, but he also slept with kids.
I don't know about that.
No, it's not. So
it's sort of like Jimmy Savile, isn't it?
Right.
It's like
All right.
it's like you can say something.
Fucking hell, we'll have to start calling him fucking Randy Gandy.
All right, so you're right.
Oh no!
So let me explain about that. This is where it gets complicated because I was saying before there are lots of historical figures that are loved here, but have very grey kind of history. So an example is Winston Churchill. Winston Churchill saved the UK and the West from Nazi Germany, and that is an amazing, massive achievement. Because without him, it's pretty much clear. Without his kind of speeches and him, Nazi Germany would have overrun Europe and the UK, and ultimately, I believe, all other places as well. So you can't take that away from him. But he also was a racist, and he also was indirectly or directly the cause of a famine in Bengal that killed 2 million people. The same with Gandhi. Gandhi is loved in India. Gandhi statues are everywhere. But Gandhi freed India. Amazing. Without him, I don't think India would have got its independence as soon as it did. But he also, through his own memoirs from when he was in South Africa, saw black people as less than everybody else. He saw black people as lower. He was a racist. On top of that, there's hundreds of stories now from people saying that he used to sleep in bed naked with children, and they were naked too. And the reason he used to justify doing it was because he said he wanted to see if he would get an erection. Now, I'm sorry. If you're sleeping in a bed, if you're sleeping in a bed naked with an 8-year-old, one of them was his niece. You're sleeping in a bed naked, and then
That's
what
disgusting.
you do, then what you're doing is you're testing your libido. The door's closed. No one knows what's going on. That is unacceptable. Do we then take down Mahatma Gandhi's statue now? Where do we go? Like, how far do you take it? Like, if you're gonna do one for one, take the other one down as well. Take Mahatma Gandhi. Take that bitch's Mother Teresa statue down.
Well, you know
what?
Raj, what do you think is going to happen this weekend? Then what's your take on it? Like,
I'll be honest with you, I have no clue. Like, if people go down to try and take down certain statues, I think, and then you're talking about Tommy Robinson's sides there. It's going to be a right shit show and a goddamn. I'll tell you, some people are going to love it because it's going to be such a great kind of like news story, like white supremacists fight Black Lives Matter.
But, Raj, like those Black Lives Matter movement. Like, I never saw someone that hyped up in my life. To be honest, I lived over 20 years of my lifespan. Never saw somebody hyped up, deeply racialized, type of manner. I haven't seen
in London.
Yeah, in London. Yeah, in London. Like in terms of like the online, in terms of online. Okay, in terms of like UK based, bloggers and all that. It was like the last couple of days. It was like disgusting.
Yeah, I mean everybody's kind of like getting rolled up in some man. I'll be honest with you. I know people can say you're petty. I'm more concerned about the comedy. I'm sorry, man. Sorry, dude.
Yeah.
Hey, Raj, have you read what the troll said in the comment section?
What?
Charles Darwin was also a racist.
Who?
Charles Darwin.
Yeah, Charles Darwin was also a racist. Yes.
I didn't know that. This is the first time I've heard that.
He was a racist, yeah. But this is the problem. Like,
how do you know he was a racist?
Because he wrote not in his book Evolution of Man. It was another one. I think it was The Descent of Man.
No, I suppose it's Origin of
Species. Yeah, but he did another book after called The Descent of Man. And in that book, he was racist. He said that the white man was the kind of epitome of the racial hierarchy, and everybody else was below it according to kind of color and stuff like that. But it still doesn't take away from the fact that Charles Darwin kind of like kind of found the theory of evolution.
I've never heard this before, but if someone's actually got a point of view and actually telling the truth, does that make that in that point of time, does that actually make them racist if they're just telling everybody what this particular era in time is like?
I mean, the thing is,
if you like, if white man had the power, superior sort of fucking whatever it is, right?
But he wasn't saying that. Now you can definitely say that over the last 200-300 years, the Europeans have dominated in terms of military and just generally. but there has been times in the past that you've had different groups of people from different races dominating as well. He was saying that white people are genetically superior, not that they're ruling. Yeah, he's saying genetically other races was subhuman compared to the white man.
Well, yeah, you're
Now,
gonna well, at that time, yeah, over across Europe, yes.
Yeah,
Not now,
so-
not now, not now.
Yeah, but the point is this year.
So that doesn't
Do
make him racist if he's pointing something out that's obvious.
No, but he is racist because it's not true. Now you can say this year that he made a mistake at the time, that because at the end of the day he was arguing that there were different races, yeah, and each race was like a different, evolved differently. So you had the certain people at the bottom and then the white man right at the top. That we're not all born equally and we're all different, yeah, in terms of race. Now the point is this: if he had that view, okay, but it doesn't take away from the fact that he still thought of the theory of evolution. People, you have to separate the two.
If Charles Darwin said, right, that fish eats that smaller fish, does that make that fish racist?
I think that's a different kind of argument, though, because
because it's the same thing. Even he's on about.
Oh, look who's there. Let me get Jupiter. So let's get Jupiter's point of view. Yeah, I think she did. Jump on Jupiter, man. I need to let's see what Jupiter's saying. Yeah, I mean, there have been points in history where certain groups of people have dominated other groups of people and are technologically superior. So if you was to go back 3,000, 4,000 years, the Egyptians probably would look at other races as like, goddamn cockroaches.
So if someone reported on the Egyptians and wrote down in a book saying the Egyptians were a superior race, does that make that person who wrote that statement racist? No, because
I would say if they said that the Egyptians were superior race,
that's what I'm getting at, mate. You know what I mean? I'm not.
No, but if they say it was a superior race, as in superior color, then it could lead to racist because you're talking about color. Now, if you're talking about just Egyptians without color, I wouldn't say that's racist.
Sorry, dude. One of you lot have to sacrifice yourself.
I'll do it.
I'll do it.
I can do it.
I'll let you back on in a bit because I obviously I do my own little.
Yeah, sweet. It was a pleasure. Catch you later.
Oh, anyway, take care, man. Let me get Jupiter on. Is that you, Jupiter? Jupiter, is that you? Oh, bloody hell! The Queen has arrived. Oh, the hell, the Queen! How's it going, Jupiter?
I'm far from the Queen. Don't worry about it.
Hey, what's happening then? Is you heard what we've been talking about?
No, I didn't. I didn't get a notification.
I think she just jumped on.
Yeah, I know the notifications have gone mad. Like the internet's playing up, man. I don't know what's going on.
Yeah, Roger. To be honest, I don't know what's wrong with these notifications. I literally, I didn't even know that you're alive. I literally got my notifications.
The other day, even when I jumped on my channel, there was no live, even for myself to see my own video. So people are clicking on my channel link and they don't even know it's live. Now we're talking about the statues, Jupiter, statues.
Okay, that's interesting. So, what question are you asking to do with that?
I'm just saying, because I believe that there are individuals out there whose statues are up that have controversial views and paths, but you have to balance out, did they achieve something and were their views, can you balance this? So I'll give you an example of two people I said before. I'll say it again because they're probably the most relevant, because both of them have a lot of statues of them up. Both of them are revered as kind of like, great people. You have Winston Churchill and Mahatma Gandhi. Yeah. And they were both alive at the same time. Both of them achieved something that I don't think without them, it couldn't have been achieved. Because of them, those individuals and their strength of will, they managed to do something because of that. And you got Winston Churchill saving the UK and the West from Nazi Germany and basically defeating Hitler. And then you have Mahatma Gandhi freeing India through peaceful means from Britain. But they both have also got controversial parts about them. Mahatma Gandhi was a racist, and that's a fact. And on top of that, he's a pedophile. Winston Churchill was a racist and was the cause of a famine in Bangladesh. which caused around 2 million deaths. Now, what do? Do you then say, okay, do you take the statues down, or do you? Because in my opinion, what people should start doing now is writing a plaque which has a bigger kind of like a view of the kind of past. I don't know what you think about it, because I don't think
I think people should just, you know, reason about it, not just condemn it, because at the end of the day, they have done something good, but on the other side, you have to acknowledge that they have done bad as well. So I think it's just a matter of reasoning on both sides.
Yeah, I mean, what do you think?
I don't think the statue should be removed, because I think it's taking away heritage and culture from this country. I think what we need to do is evaluate the situation and find a better way of educating the people that they were involved in slavery, seeing as we've progressed so much from those times, and everybody agrees that slavery is bad. So they could, like you say, have a much bigger plaque to show the well-rounded individual, warts and all. But what I will say is this: the fact that the statues themselves are not all as equal in status, even among the statues. Because, for example, this Edward Colston character, yeah, I did object to it being thrown into the Thames, only because it was vandalism. But I never knew who he was until they did that. And when I took a look at what he did, I'm not really objectionable to him being put into a museum, because he was heavily involved in slavery, whereas Winston Churchill has got a much deeper impact on our culture and our country and everything else. And therefore, even though he was racist, etc., 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 he did. It was his planning, his leadership, and under his reign, for want of a better word, that we won the war.
Can we just
pick up that Steve? Is that you, Steve?
It is. How you doing?
Oh my God! Look who's back.
The lead has arrived. All hail.
Yeah, where have you? We'll go back to
Tommy 2.0.
Where have you been, man? I freaking thought you were dead or something. What happened?
Where have I been? Where have you been?
I've been here. I've been just generally about. I just haven't seen you on any streams or anything like that, or uploaded. I don't know. Maybe I haven't.
He was on Banksy's. He was on Banksy's the other night.
Hello, Simon. I didn't see you there.
I mean, what's your kind of take on this then about the statues? I don't really know exactly.
This is all political nonsense being whipped up by the far left. It's all about the American election campaign, and I can't believe people have fallen for it in this country. It's absolutely ridiculous.
Yeah, it's not grassroots at all, is it? It's literally been.
It's all to stop Trump getting in. That's why it's being whipped up, and now the far left extremist numpties have all jumped.
What do you mean by Trump not getting in? As in, he's becoming the new Prime Minister of the UK.
No, we're not talking about you.
Talking about this. All started in America.
Black
Lives Matter and all the hysteria, and it's been whipped up big time by the left in America to keep Trump out. Now it's moved over here as a side effect from where it started in America, and people are jumping on the bandwagon here.
Do you know what's happening with the thing tomorrow with Richard and Tommy Robinson and all that? What's going on? Is that just cancelled?
Have they called it off? Please tell me.
Tommy's not going. Richard never was going to go. So it's. I mean, I think the DFLA. I think they're coordinating some people going. But it's basically turn up if you want to. But Black Lives Matters have allegedly called their protest off tomorrow as well.
Okay, all right.
So who knows?
I mean, if there's a true, because I think that would be a massive shit show for all sides. I don't think anyone would win apart from the papers. And
but again, it's completely the police's fault, because they were so absolutely rubbish in handling the protests last weekend, and letting the gates of Downing Street being attacked, letting all the war memorials, all the statues, the Cenotaph all being attacked. The police did diddly squat because they were on strict orders to stand back and do nothing. And now that's resulted in absolute outrage across the country. So if there is any If there is any trouble this weekend, the police have brought it on themselves. I mean, apparently Priti Patel has read them the Absolute Riot Act, saying you sort it out, deal with these violent scum.
I'm on middle ground.
To be fair,
I was just saying.
Sorry. Okay. To be fair, yeah, I don't think Priti Patel shouldn't have criticised them. You know, like that.
I'm sorry.
To that extent.
When protests,
I think. Yeah.
When protests are allowed to maraud through the capital city unchecked, when national memorials, war memorials, are left unchecked by the police and allowed to be graffitied and vandalised, that is a national outrage. And the Home Secretary absolutely should be reading the Police the Riot Act, because they stood back and let all of that happen. It's completely... because the police did nothing about it. That's why the country has now been outraged. That's why the Churchill statue is now covered in hoarding, because the police did nothing last weekend.
Yeah, and I want to make hold on. I want to make this point about the police as well. They're meant to be impartial. What's all this fucking business of taking the knee? They're meant to be impartial.
Yeah.
I've been to many protests and marches and demos, peaceful ones and not so peaceful ones, throughout the last 20 years. I have never seen the police so lily-livered, standing back, watching, letting them do what they wanted to do.
I'm going to show you this video, because there was a couple of videos. I'm not going to lie, I was embarrassed for the police.
They're embarrassing when the police are running away.
Have a look at this.
Absolutely embarrassing. I've never seen it before.
Have a look at this. Have a look at this on that.
Yes. And then they will leg it up here.
I think it's due to lack of resources. So I think, to be fair,
it's due
no,
to
it's not. They've got the resources. They pull them out when they need them. They pull them out when they need them.
This is not a good look here. This is not a good look.
And there was another one where they were running away outside Westminster as well, outside the Houses of Parliament.
I mean, at least when you're running, run like you've got some kind of power. Don't run like a goddamn sissy.
Did you see the video that I put up? It's like a compilation of all the bits. Well, that has got music on it. I don't know if it's.
I did see one compilation. I didn't sure if it was yours.
Yeah, I mean,
but you know, they are just normal police officers there. They're not in riot gear. They're not in helmets. They've got no protection, and some of them were bloodied by it. You know, I was one of those, I'd be bloody suing the Metropolitan Police for putting me in danger. It's not that they don't have resources. They'll have the resources tomorrow, you see. There'll be no lack of resources tomorrow.
The guy at St. Charles Street had a bike thrown at his head, and there's blood pissing out of his forehead.
Yes. Well, I mean, look at what they did at the horses. They were throwing bikes and bricks at horses.
And that horse bolted as well.
Yes.
I mean, I can't believe what I'm going to say here. Oh, no, I can't believe what I'm going to say, but normally I watch Fox News for a good laugh here, but I'm actually agreeing with Fox News for the first time that I can remember. Like, it's ridiculous what's happening in the state. I mean, Seattle is just a joke. I mean, I can't believe I'm agreeing with Trump either. Like, you can't allow your country or your states or your cities to be overrun by anybody. Doesn't matter if it's Antifa or it's to the right or whatever.
Their police force. They've given up their police force. That's absolutely ridiculous. And if they think that we're going to get rid of our police here, look, there might be things that we need to improve, but getting rid of our police, it would be disastrous. We don't need hoodlums and everybody else running this country. No way. No way.
Look at the Black Lives Matters website. Or their GoFunding page. See what they say on there. It's extreme, violent, racist nonsense. You know, they should be prescribed, quite frankly. And yet everyone's falling for it. Well, not everyone, but a significant chunk of the media is certainly falling for it. That, you know, oh, it's awful. We must support them. We must donate to them. Just read their information. They're a violent, racist load of scumbags.
Who, Antifa?
BLM, Black Lives Matter. Certainly what they are now, what they have become.
It's morphed from taking a knee in solidarity, if it ever was, into an act of submission. That they're forcing people to take the knee. There's that Irish boy. He's in rural Ireland. He's had his face slashed off. Do you know what I mean? And there's another guy streaming saying we don't have racially aggravated tensions like this until this.
Yeah. They want to absolutely want to whip up a race war,
Yeah.
and they're getting near achieving it. So I really hope Britain can stand back and resist it. I mean, the internet is full of videos and messages and tweets from black people, both in Britain and in America, saying this is wrong.
Give them their credit.
We must not support this.
Yeah, I've heard loads of black people say that they're totally not into the BLM organisation.
If you've watched the Tommy Robinson's video that he put out, was it last night or this morning, saying that he's not coming to London now, and that he's put a clip at the. It's a long video. I think it's about an hour and 7 minutes. If you don't listen to anything else, listen to the very end of it, because he's added a clip of this black guy. I can't remember what the black guy's called, a British black guy. And this guy in this video clip, he says, "I cannot stand Tommy Robinson. You know, if I met him in the street, I'd probably thump him one. But this, he is right. On this, he is right. This is a far left race war that they're attempting to whip up here, and we must not fall for it."
Yeah, I mean, if you look at this in America, in I think it's Seattle, I mean, just think about this. There's a police precinct in there. It's been overrun. This whole area here is now got armed guards around from Antifa, and you can't go in there unless they would.
I mean, that's Washington State for you. That's a very liberal state.
I don't know if this is. I don't know. Yeah, I think it's So if you ever look here, like this area is now overrun. Like this is insane. Like even myself here, who's against Trump, dude, you cannot have this. Yeah, you cannot have this.
Did you see the one video where there was a couple of sort of Antifa-clad girls spraying BLM on a building, and these black members of the public were screaming and shouting at them, saying, "Stop doing that! Us black folk are going to be blamed for that. Fuck off and stop doing it." These are your typical anti-capitalist, far-left Antifa. More like fascists, so-called anti-fascists that are whipping this all up, and they're the ones that are doing the graffiti and causing most of the damage.
I mean, like 9 years ago, they were doing Occupy Wall Street. Yeah. The same people.
Yeah. When they gathered on Hyde Park today, the police went in and arrested some of them from protests back months ago.
Oh, did they?
So, you know, the police know some of these extreme anti-capitalists, and they've identified them as part of BLM, and they took some of them out from Hyde Park only today.
They had the facial recognition out, did they?
Yeah, but the thing is, let me ask you, because I haven't really spoken to Steve for a while, but do you know the statue in Bristol? I mean, what do you think about it? Forget about the.
I mean, I lived in Bath for quite a while, so I used to go to Bristol quite a lot. Bristol is full of representations of Colston Hall, Colston School, roads named after him. Yeah. He's a real, part of Bristol's history. So it's not just like, one statue you can knock it down and that's the end of it, because he's through the history of that city. And since when has it been okay for members of the public to take it upon themselves to go and rip something down and throw it in the river? And the police, again, I'm sure that the commander of the Bristol police has been read the Riot Act, because they stood back and allowed that as well. Is this the society we want? Whether it was right or wrong that statue be taken down, is that the way you do it, by mob rule? Is that the Britain we're now living in? But the police of Bristol, the Avon police, I should imagine the constabulary is, stood back and allowed that. The chief of that police force should be sacked instantly for allowing that. But of course, there's not a chance in hell, is there, that he'll be sacked for doing that?
They're saying that Penny Lane, Penny Lane? I just read about it, but they're saying they started calling that racist as well.
Penny Lane.
I think something to do with the slave trade or something like that. Have you not seen it? They've repeated all over it.
Look, if people are suffering racism today, is that really the way of addressing that? By trawling through our past and saying, oh, well, that person did something 200 years ago, that person did something 100 years ago. It's not the way to deal with it, even if there is racism in our society, is there?
Yeah, but the thing is that this is going to sound controversial. I know people are not going to like this. I don't think you can. I don't really think UK is a racist country. Like, I would say that
it's not. It's been. I must dig it out because there was a survey only 2 or 3 years ago, and it was certainly across Europe. I can't remember whether it was beyond Europe, where they surveyed a load of people to understand their attitudes towards foreigners living in their neighbourhoods and working with them, etc., etc. And Britain came out very near the top, if not top of the list, that we are more welcoming to people. We are more inclusive. Look at the rest of the world where there is racism. Britain is so high up on the list of tolerance.
And I would say, look here, I don't see tribalism as racist. Like, I know this can be controversial. Like, if people want to live in certain areas where their own ethnic group are there, I don't think that's a massive issue unless they start having their own rules and regulations and start hating the other group. The thing is that I don't see racism within the UK. Obviously, they're going to be racist. I'm talking about institutionalized racism, because people say, "Oh, it's institutionalized." Weird. Like, it might have been at one point, but after all of the laws and regulations being put in over the last 30, 40 years, like
20 years, yeah.
Yeah, 20. I mean, even the comedy stuff. Yeah, I was looking at some of the old comedies. Yeah, there were some real racist old comedies, like
back in the 70s and stuff. But Little Britain, what was the other one they did? Fly By Me. There wasn't a race of people that they didn't, copy and emulate in that program. So why? And in fact, the one where the two fat women, Bubbles, and then the black woman. The Bubbles, the white woman, she was the main figure of fun in that sketch. The black woman was kind of a bit of a side part. It's just absolute nonsense. That again, it's the far left trying to be, all high and mighty by saying, "Oh, this is wrong, that is wrong."
I'm going to assume that you're too posh to watch Bo Selector, but this used to be one of my most.
Yeah, you're right.
Movies, yeah, and have a look here. Look, in order
I cannot stand that Keith Lemon.
No, I can't stand
irritating
Keith Lemon. Don't get me wrong, Keith Lemon is a prick here, but Bo Selector was hilarious. This is somebody's best friend 20 years ago. So if you look at this year, in order to play Craig David, so look here, how can he play Craig David without putting the skin color of Craig David, or when he's playing Trisha?
And why is that in itself supposed to be inherently racist? Okay, some people blacked up in the past for racist reasons, but that does not make just colouring your face black or brown or whatever in itself racist.
Raj, can an Asian guy be Craig David?
If you put some blackface on these Craig David, like why not? When we're talking about blackface, we're not talking about...
Can I? And the people are going to criticize me for saying this. Why is it so wrong for a single person to colour up their face, but it's okay for every single black African woman in this country to straighten her hair a Caucasian? Why is that okay? Why is that not cultural misappropriation? Did you see my point? The inconsistency.
Cultural appropriation. It is cultural appropriation.
It is. But we don't have a problem with it because quite frankly, that's a meaningless term in my book. It's just like crap. I eat curry, I eat whatever. I'm not misappropriating their culture by the fact that I'm eating curry.
So let me show you the inconsistencies here. Yeah. Now, it's racist if you black up face and you're doing a stereotype mocking black people. But if you're portraying a black person who happens to be black, and then you're portraying a white person who happens to be white, and you're taking the piss out of them all equally, and there's no racial elements, that's not racist. Now, Dave Chappelle does the same thing. So Dave Chappelle is one of the biggest comedians in the world. Look at this. This is white. Is this racist? Because he plays a white anchorman. Yeah, like one of these newsreaders, as a white person. Here's him playing a white man. Yeah, is that racist?
No, it's comedy.
Yeah,
exactly.
Is this racist? In order to portray himself as a white person, he has to put on the hair. He has to lighten his skin a bit in order to do that. It would look too beautiful like that, portraying a white person. It doesn't make sense.
Was Michael Jackson racist? He tried to become a white man.
Oh no!
Literally.
Steve, I've forgotten how outspoken you are. I need to start.
I'm sorry. Well, I haven't done this for a while, so I've got to get it all out. No.
So it's just getting to the point of being silly. And one of the things is that if you start affecting comedy, yeah, to the point where comedy's become so PC that everything's racist, I'm gonna get pissed because some of my favorite.
And the vast
they only allow it to be PC on one side anyway, because look what they did to Priti Patel.
What happened to Priti Patel?
Well, the comedian that basically took a meme of her pulling her face, picture of her pulling her face, and said, are we having curry tonight? As if to say that because of her background, she doesn't eat curry because she's a coconut. They basically.
Oh, right.
To be fair, I don't agree with that statement. To be honest, I think it's a bit offensive for someone to actually, you know, yeah.
Of course,
that's why I don't like the left. That's why I don't like the left. To be honest,
the amount of racism that people like Priti Patel, Sajid Javid, Rishi Sunak, you know, all of the non-white members of this Conservative government cabinet get is disgusting. But it's okay because it comes from the left. So it's okay to call someone a coconut or an Uncle Tom or whatever. No, they are a highly offensive racist terms.
I think this is something that I heard is that if you're from an ethnic minority and then you've kind of made it, or you have conservative views, you're automatically a coconut. You're a sellout. Yeah?
Because they think they have the right to tell black people what their politics should be. Now, if that's not fascism, I don't know what is.
Yeah, and yeah, I mean, it is embarrassing.
Even that, you know, there's that guy. You know that guy, yeah. Sorry. You know that guy that's a candidate for the mayor, for Conservative.
Sean Bailey, the Conservative guy.
Yeah, I reckon he could be a good mayor, to be honest.
I mean, have a look at this. Yeah, this is Kelly Osbourne. Yeah. Look how grotesque that is. Is that racist, or is that just he's just taking the piss out of everybody? Then here's Trisha Goddard. He's taking the piss out of her. Yeah,
it's not
he's
racist,
taking the piss. It's not like he's done this mask like this year and then done a normal mask for a white person. Now the white people's masks are just as grotesque as the black people's mask. It doesn't make sense. Like even this one, when it comes
Can
to
you imagine? Can you imagine? And actually, wasn't it supposed to be coming back? Would spitting image be possible today? Because they wouldn't be able to do any black characters in it, could they?
No. They'll be like, racist! You made Sajid Javid brown, you racist!
But I don't know if any of you have been to any stand-up comedy in recent years. It is dull, and it is not funny. It's tired, it's boring, it's lame. It's you know, trying to take the mickey out of Brexiteers. It is absolutely crap. And considering how cutting edge stand-up comedy used to be sort of 10, 15, 20 years ago.
Let's go and do stand-up skit. Come on, man. I'm gonna go to stand-up comedy. I'm not even joking, because I wanna go into a comedy store and just do this once and really like let rip. Like I'm PC and see. I wonder if I can get away. We should do experiment to see how much you can get away with and how much I could get away with, because we have similar views.
We don't.
Yes, that would be interesting.
Raj, we know the fucking answer.
Yeah, but it'd be good to still get it on. It'll be still good to get it onto camera, though, and it'd be good to watch Steve Bomb and me, kind of like everyone laughing. Oh, he's an Asian. We have to laugh. And then Steve, I'll be chucking the tomatoes as well, just to join in, man. Yeah, because I'm thinking, because that's the thing. Comedy, is like, you know, one way for people to kind of like, you know, to touch taboo subjects and you know, in a way that makes people laugh. Yeah, but if you can't even joke about stuff anymore, and it's racist to even like, you know, portray a black person or Asian person, I don't know what's going on. I'm not gonna lie. It's
going to be like a PC joke, isn't it? A PC joke. A political correct jokes.
Sorry. Did you see Mayhar Tuesday? What happened to him? The death threats he's got because he went down.
Yes, appalling.
Who?
Really, really bad.
Who?
Mayor Tuesday. He's a YouTube guy. He's kind of conservative, free speech. He's Iranian originally. You should check him out, Raj, if you've not seen him. So he does clips every single day. He sort of talks about the news and what's going on and stuff. But he's very spot on. He's very sensible.
What's his name?
I think he said he's going tomorrow.
What's his name?
Mayor Tuesday.
What is it? Oh, right. So what is it with these Iranians? Yeah, you have a Mayor Tuesday, you have this goddamn Banksy, you got Sam M. The Iranians are pretty freaking crazy, man. You know.
No, this man's bang on, and he's put out. He did an interview on one of the radio shows recently, and he was saying the white people are now under attack. It's as blatant as anything. He can see it with his own eyes now.
Right. So you said I'm trying to find the thing in Mayor Tuesday.
Talk radio.
I'm just. I'll copy and paste it.
I'll put in the thing in the side.
Yeah, he's on Talk Radio.
What do you think of my kind of stance on, like, maybe, you know, with the statues, rather than taking them down, Steve, have a better kind of like a broader description of who they were as a person and their accomplishments. So example would be, you know, like, you know, you'd have a statue of let's just say I use both because I don't want to annoy either side. I want to show people consistency. Mahatma Gandhi and Winston Churchill are both individuals, lived at the same time, both achieved great things, but both, their personal lives and their personal beliefs were also very controversial. Both were racists. One was a pedophile, what's his name, Mahatma Gandhi, and the other one caused the famine in Bengal and stuff like that, killing millions of people. But if you had, I wouldn't say take their statues down. I would say have a more kind of like broader description of who they were, including the bad bits. I don't know what you think about that.
I mean, possibly, but I think, as you said earlier, you have to look at the full picture. And if the good they did is like pretty significant, then surely that outweighs the stuff that might have been okay in the era that they lived in. And that shouldn't be a reason to forget them and cut them out of history.
Yeah. And so, like I said, if you've got somebody that is just known for, say, being a slaver, did nothing but just enslave people, then I would agree. Look, but you still can't go and tear down the statue. Put your case forward.
But Joe Public can't. No, it should go through a democratic system, and if the democratic system and the people decide no, it's time to take it down, then it should be done properly. I mean, even the one that was one was taken down in Canary Wharf a couple of days ago. I can't remember who it was. But again, I mean, at least that wasn't done by the marauding horde of thugs. But it was. I'm not sure how democratic that was. I think it's within Tower Hamlets. So I don't quite know how they suddenly took the decision that they needed to take that down.
So this is the guy. What's actually happened to him then? That's 43 minutes ago.
I just put the link of
what's this killer white on site? Their silence is violence. Oh. We don't know if that's a real thing. Somebody could be like trying to provoke.
Side chat on YouTube. I've dropped the link.
In the private in the main chat. Okay, let me get it. All right.
I wouldn't mind doing a bit of reverse. Come.
Oh, it's Talk Radio. Would they give me a strike? Or won't they?
I doubt it.
What by playing? Nah.
Our famous last words. All right, let's do it. Let's see. Maybe the Indian government's after me. You know, I was criticizing Indian government. Do anything.
Stop it every now and again and say it's for educational purposes.
I actually have never ever heard of this guy, to be honest with you. Where is it? Okay.
You watch him, Raj. He's really sensible. He says some good stuff.
So he's an Iranian. He looks like he's from Pakistan or India.
Originally, yeah.
Okay, so
a man that's been on Talk Radio many times. He's appeared very often on Plank of the Week, not as a plank, of course, but as a panelist on Plank
of
the Week. Yesterday, he took it upon himself to do his civic duty and his nationalist duty, and he went down and cleaned up the Winston Churchill defaced statue because he had been called a racist. Black Lives Matter had put BLM on the bottom of the sort of the plinth on which it stands. And Maya, first of all, thank you very much for doing that.
We'll keep it stopping every few seconds.
And thank you to all the other people who joined in that particular endeavour. But it's taken a bit of a nasty turn since you did your good deed. Tell us about it.
Thanks for having me, Mike. I do have to clarify.
Coconut! Sorry, I have to put that in because you know what we were going to say.
We got there and we didn't actually clean up the actual statue because that failed. We couldn't do it, but we were just cleaning up the rubbish around it in the area. So I wasn't actually responsible for washing up the actual statue. So just to clarify that.
Okay, they did let some people do it at some point, didn't they? Because I'm pretty sure I saw it. I thought I saw some people rubbing the statue and rubbing the words off it.
Yep.
Do you know what? I should probably not
that's what we saw.
Can we play the audio only?
Failing, and you kind of needed more professional.
That'd be better, isn't it? Audio only.
You're okay playing a short
It's been absolutely crazy. I mean, from my perspective, and what's happened to me over the last couple of days, I've received a number of death threats. Actually, the Met Police are on the case for some of them. Because some of them are quite serious. Because usually I get a lot of trolls attacking me on Twitter, like what you get as well. But when it comes to like physical violence and death threats, obviously you have to take it seriously. It's I don't think for them it's about race. It's that's just an excuse because there is a reason that the majority of the black community in this country aren't supporting this movement because they're just too busy like living their own lives and having a job, having a family, and also black people generally speaking, stereotype, but are more culturally conservative than these woke Black Lives Matter activists who most of them are middle class white people, by the way.
Yeah, well, that's the strange thing, isn't it? And there's no question that this is an organization which is hell-bent, a bit like Extinction Rebellion, on doing away with capitalism. I'm not quite sure why they all want to do away with capitalism, but they also claim.
So basically, he went there to clear up, and then now he's kind of like on the hit list of from the Antifa.
He's a racist.
Yeah, I mean the thing is that I was showing, look, when my mum went to India a couple of years ago, when she was filming, there were statues everywhere of this lady. This lady. Who is this? Who is this lovely lady? Mother Teresa.
Yeah.
So Mother Teresa. She is a nasty.
Well, she had a bit of a nasty side to her, didn't she?
Very nasty. Now I can't start going around chucking her statues down now, even though I'd just like her. She's a nasty piece of work. She was responsible for millions of deaths of Indians. She loved watching Indians die. It was the best pastime. She'd sit there with like popcorn. Oh, when's the next one bleeding out? Oh, let's have a watch. Oh, is it? Oh, look at that one. Oh, let's take a photo. That one's their mouths like, bleeding from the orifices and all that kind of stuff. So she was a nasty piece of work who is now revered as some saint. Do I now start going around chucking these statues down and start pulling them down because I have a problem with it? No, because it'll be unreasonable for me to do that. I can educate people and then say, okay, what you thought of her being some kind of humanitarian is not true. She's actually not an humanitarian. She caused a lot of harm in India, and now she's revered. Here's another person. This person, statue Indira Gandhi, is all over India. This person, ordered the attack on the Golden Temple for the Sikhs. Sikhs hate this woman. Do we then start taking down the statues? No, I can't just go in India and start ripping these statues down and stuff like that.
Exactly. It's ridiculous.
You can have a description on the bottom saying, okay, this person, although he did XYZ, was also responsible for the attack on the Golden Temple with the Mother Teresa. Although she might have done good, she was also responsible for a lot of death and suffering. And so, just ripping down statues is getting stupid because where do you stop?
Well, exactly.
I've just dropped another link as well to another gentleman you should listen to. He's absolutely brilliant. This one's from America, and he breaks down Black Lives Matter and what's really happening in America rather than what them say.
Let's have a look. This is. I wonder who this is. I wonder if I know it is. I can't believe I'm agreeing with Trump here. Things are bad. Oh yeah, I've not seen. Actually, I did want to watch this guy, but I've seen his picture somewhere. But I'm not gonna lie here. Like when I'm agreeing with Fox News here and Tucker Carlson and Trump, there's something wrong. Yeah, there's something wrong.
Yeah, just play a little bit of this man's video anywhere, from anywhere, anywhere. He's brilliant.
He's an ex-police officer. Okay. Yeah, an ex-police officer was killed as well during the riots. an old man defending his shop.
Yeah.
Let me just get the thingy. Okay.
Yeah, I heard that as well. It happened in St. Louis.
Yeah, I've seen it.
I will never in my life take a knee and disrespect our flag, disrespect our national anthem. I love my country.
To get Brexit. Make America
the hell's
great
this?
again.
No, no, no.
No.
Stephen Edgington for The Sun, and today I'm interviewing Brandon Tatum. Brandon Tatum is a former police officer and a conservative commentator.
Anything positive in America?
The actual phrase Black Lives Matter, I think pretty much everyone can agree with that, right? So is there a distinction between the phrase and the kind of goals of the movement and the people involved in the movement and what you were mentioning just there?
Yeah, to me, it seems like a racist or a prejudiced overtone to even suggest that Black Lives Matter. And the reason why is because everybody matters. You shouldn't isolate one group and say, let's emphasize that these individuals matter more than anybody else, or to highlight that. I get some of the idea behind it, that people may feel like Black people are being held behind, or if that's their
I'm going to keep it stopping every 10 seconds so I can make sure I don't get striked.
Sentiment. I get it, but I think it does more harm by isolating one racial group and therefore leaving out others. And I'll tell you this, in America, if a white group were to say white lives matter, people will be open arms and have a problem with that, saying that this is racially biased. So I think just the title in and of itself, Black Lives Matter, I don't really think that they should have went down that path because it makes them look like they're racially prejudiced. But I think they should have said all lives matter, which is saying that Black lives are just as equal to other lives, not necessarily that Black lives are better or should be emphasized at a higher rate.
I suppose the argument that they would put back to you would be that obviously we've seen a series of Black people being killed by cops. George Floyd is just the latest.
I mean, the George Floyd situation is a black and white case of police brutality. I don't know if it's a racial case of police brutality.
To be fair, I think it's a police brutality. Is what I think.
Yeah,
well, you do know the copper that killed him and him used to work together, and they had a personal gripe with each other from when they used to work. They used to work as, I think, bouncers, security on a club or something.
Yeah, so I agree. The police in America are totally need to be kind of reformed in a way, because from the top to the bottom. Yeah. But it doesn't mean he killed him because he was Black. I think he killed him because he's a bad cop who probably had
that's what I was thinking as well.
Yeah, because you can't. So if I have all right, so let me give an example. Like if I had a fight with a Black guy, and then someone starts saying I fought him because he's just Black, but in reality I fought him because I had an issue with the guy. It had nothing to do with his race. But then the guy starts making it a racial thing. That's just crazy. You understand?
Yeah.
It's like me as well. You say if I had a fight with Steve. Imagine me and Steve were fighting. Yeah, could you imagine that? Me and Steve had a fight. Yeah, we're like in Speaker's Corner. We start punching each other up for whatever reason. Yeah, and Steve, in the fight, my turban gets knocked off. He didn't mean to do it, but that doesn't mean that he is somebody that was beating me up to knock my turban off. No, it happened. Just happened that my turban come off as we were fighting about something else. Yeah. And then if I started saying, "Oh, he's racist," he knocked my turban off. You understand?
How much would I be paid to do that? I wonder.
I don't know. I'll probably sue your ass, man. I'd probably say, "Racist! I knew it day one. I was just doing takia. I knew Steve was like this." Blah blah blah. Yeah. So this is the problem, like with the muddying the waters. Like something can be brutal and wrong. It doesn't automatically mean they did it because he was Black. It could just mean that he was just a bad cop. He had a lot of.
Don't you actually think race relations in Britain have like gone back 40 years in the last week?
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, I think
I'll probably say like 15 years, probably, or 20 years.
Yeah, but I think if we're lucky, if we've managed to salvage Saturday, which I'm hoping we have, we should be all right. Most of the major players are now saying that they're not going down there. Tommy put out an excellent video today. Excellent. It breaks down Black Lives Matter. It breaks down the perspective of white people. It shows that he's not prejudiced against Blacks. It was an excellent video.
So give us a link,
Black people coming out doing some excellent videos and saying this is not for us. Look, anti-racism is nothing to do with Black Lives Matter, and that's brilliant.
So chuck us the link then. So Jack with enormous part says, is nobody going to comment on Tommy losing his ass and backing down because he got? No, listen here. Sometimes people think people being sensible and going, okay, maybe this is going to cause more trouble than good, is backing down and you're a coward. Sometimes backing down, it means you're a better man for doing that. Like
exactly, it shows he's got humility.
It means you're a wiser man. Yeah,
because I'm in a similar situation, with Sir Faz putting up the picture of Guru, one of our gurus, and I'm like, if you put a picture of my guru, kind of mocking the thing, I'm going to put your prophet's picture up. Now, I then didn't put it up because there's a lot of Muslims that I get along with, and I was like, okay, now some people are seeing that as a weakness, that I'm being weak for you're scared, look, at the end of the day, sometimes you got to be the better man and bigger man. But I will put the picture of Prophet Muhammad up if that isn't taken down at some point. I'm being very reasonable. So, or not taken down, or at least you rewrite exactly what was going on. I know Steve's going, what is going on? Raw just turned into a Sikh jihadi. No, I'll explain that. So
I've
with
just of Tommy Robinson, if you want to play a little bit of that.
Yeah, okay, let me play that. I'll tell you what, some of the stuff that Raspik's been saying is like pretty goddamn crazy as well. Like,
is he still alive?
I wouldn't mind doing a little bit of counter propaganda, actually, because whilst we're on here, he's playing two innocent black boys who have been picked on by Tommy Robinson supporters after a Black Lives Matter protest. And as I was saying, the same thing is happening black to white, like this boy in Ireland who's
got that
been
in the video here, but I'm not sure how far along it is. But he actually shows two horrific incidences that happened this week. And
the Irish boy.
Commented on.
No one's made any sort of much comment about that other than a couple of streamers in Ireland.
The thing is that I need to end the show at 10 o'clock here. I'm not going to even let it run because I need to do some stuff on this computer and I can't have the freaking thingy in the background because it's going to slow my computer down. I've got to, and don't ask what I'm doing. Oh, Raj, you're downloading 50 gigabytes of porn, are you? No, I'm doing
only 50?
Yeah.
I'm
in
quiet
4K,
night tonight.
fucker.
I have to do it on the computer, man. So yeah. So let me just play the video of Tommy Robinson. Let me see what he's saying.
Well, a couple of years ago, Gang would have been right in the middle of this, but I've heard nothing of them.
No, they are.
Are they?
Yeah, they are.
They've been
I'm
arrested
just
down
missing
there.
it.
They've been having scraps. Raspek was all hyped up, getting the mandem ready for Tommy coming down.
All right. So...
Oh, really? Oh,
Yeah.
I completely missed all of this.
Yeah, you've been missing.
My life isn't complete.
Raspek's one of his last streams was Tommy Robinson declares civil war on Black Lives Matter.
Oh, for crying out loud!
I have to say one thing though. I haven't been as much animosity towards Raspek recently because of the fact that he's now Muslim, and that's made my life a bit easier in the sense that I was always confused about him. Prophet Muhammad is amazing. I believe in Allah. The Quran is perfect, but I'm not a Muslim situation. That used to irritate me a lot. Like, if you believe in Prophet Muhammad, the Quran, and Allah, then you should be a Muslim. Now he's a Muslim. I don't really have. I'm like, all right, whatever, man. Like, it's not. I haven't got as much animosity towards him. So, but with this situation, I think he's right. Look, for me, with certain people, if your people have been enslaved, and you can. That's happened to you. I can understand why you might be emotional. You understand? It's the other people like these white.
Yeah, but the fact that there are people enslaved today at the hand of Muslims in Africa, no one's talking about that, are they?
Oh no, oh no.
Yeah, well, to be fair, they are enslaved by North Africans, like supposedly.
Yeah. Let's not. It was getting pretty peaked the other day because people were saying, I'm not going to repeat it. I'm getting very PC at the moment.
You're getting a bit mild in your old age.
I know.
So my angry rant may have caused you offence to think I'm ranting against black people. Okay, we'll get on to the videos I watched, which made me that angry. Yeah, but I'll start off on Black Lives Matter. Black Lives Matter was founded, and I don't like the media. You know that. Yeah? I don't like lies. I want people to tell the truth. And I've seen lie after lie after lie being pumped by the Black Lives Matter movement in the United States. Lies that have been proven as lies, and lies which invoke racial tensions, okay? And I believe, as I've said many times, that this movement is being used to wedge division, to separate, to stop communities, which is exactly what I see happening. And me, being big mouth me, I probably played straight into their hands. I accuse your community or the black community of...
Yeah, you did play straight into the hands. It was a stupid move. Ranting on the thingy, and it just looked bad. Like,
yeah, you don't need to cut him in. Zero News is not going to strike you. I know Zero. Tom from Zero News. He won't strike you. Just play it.
Yeah, I'm going to still just stop it once in a while though, because I do think he played into their hands in the sense that when he started to make these videos, it wasn't a good look. I'm going to be honest with you.
Being used, and then I've played straight into it. We'll get onto that. Yeah, we'll get onto that. I want to start on Black Lives Matter. Black Lives Matter, this is off their website. Let's go on their website, yeah? So it was founded in 2013 in response to the acquittal of Trayvon Martin's murderer, okay? Trayvon Martin was a young black boy who was shot dead. Now, let me go on the website again. Let me have a look at this. This is a letter from the Black Lives Matter co-founder and strategic advisor. This is their leader, yeah? She said, "We fight for clarity and truth-telling." Tell the truth then. If you fight for the truth, yeah? Tell the truth. She said, "That's why when Trayvon Martin was murdered in 2013, when George Zimmerman was acquitted, my body and spirit was moved into action. I couldn't imagine how in 2013, a white passing person could kill a young boy and not be held accountable." Then she talked about white supremacy. Now, the media run with the white man killed the black boy. That's what the media run with. And they pushed it. And this was the first of me looking, thinking, when I found a picture, let me show you a picture of George Zimmerman.
He's not white. He's
this
Mexican.
Is him. Yeah, There's another picture of him.
Man.
Yeah. Does he look white to you? Okay.
You know, he should pass as Mexican in LA.
He is a Mexican.
No, I think he's not Mexican, but I think he's Puerto Rican like that, or Cuban.
Yeah, but he's not a European white person, is he? He's not white.
If he's Hispanic, okay? They say white Hispanic in some titles, yeah? They actually say white Hispanic. Okay, so he had a white mum and a Hispanic dad, vice versa. Barack Obama's got one white parent. Is he white? Why has race been brought into this horrific shooting of a young boy, of which George Zimmerman was cleared in the court, but why has white and whiteness been brought into it? That was my first alarm bell, yeah? So I carried on following the movement anyway over the years. You may not have done. I saw the fight for justice, hands up, don't shoot. I saw the shooting of Michael Brown, where straight away the movement come out and said that he said, hands up, don't shoot. And in fact, that has gone so far, and that lie is still pushed now. And I say lie because it's been proven that was never said.
Yeah, that was actually proven. I'm being fair, yeah, because there is police brutality and there's been racism as well. But certain things that happen are not actually factually right, and that was one of them. I remember looking into that one, and that didn't happen.
He didn't say hands up, don't shoot. If you just look recently at the murder of George Floyd, outside the police station, everyone's got hands up, don't shoot. Now, if you watch the murder of George Floyd, shocking, okay? Shocking. Now, then you ask, was it racist? And everyone says, yeah, it was racist. I spoke to my mates. Yeah, it was racist. It was racist. Now watch this.
You got any name on them or anything? Just
Tony's the only thing we can get. Help me!
Yeah, I've seen this video.
Tony! Hey, get on the ground. No, you're gonna kill me. I'm not gonna kill you. You're gonna kill me. You're gonna kill me.
Yeah. I'm gonna try to change cuffs. Okay. That way we don't have to worry about it once he's up.
Yeah.
This video is a white individual who rang the police because he needed help. Police turned up. They sat on him for 13 minutes. I can't breathe. Help. Very familiar. Very similar, right? He died. They joked about him once he was dead. They joked about him once he was dead. I'll ask you, do you think that was racist? Do you think that murder by the police, which is what it was, do you think that murder, 13 minutes, sitting on top of him, do you think that was racist?
All right, this is actually a pretty good video. What I'm going to have to do is I can't go through the whole video. I'm going to have to go through it properly tomorrow.
It is good. It's an hour long, but it is a good video. Go to the very end of it and just play the last couple of minutes of it, Raj.
Yeah, but this particular one
at the
here,
very end, it's a black guy talking.
this particular one here proves one thing, that the police here are not trained properly. This is not always a black and white race issue. This is about police brutality, and it's happening to a lot of people. I'm not saying it's not happening to more black people, but it's also happening to white people, probably Mexicans, Asians, you name it. Let me just go to what point do I go to?
At the very end. Keep going a bit further.
Okay, I think
That's it. I think that's it there.
You can think of.
Yeah, this is the bit.
And he was also right about the
Don't play us all.
Black Lives Matter as an organization is causing more racial tension and divide in this country than anything else you can think of.
Yeah, true.
And he was also right about the people who are funding the organization. Do I like this guy? No. I'll probably be the first to slap his face off if I saw him. Fact. Those who know me know this is true talk. However, I am someone who supports the truth, and truth is truth. What he's saying is actually correct. All right? But this is what you need to understand. This is how chess is played. So when
I'm playing chess, you're playing Connect 4.
You go and rattle two different cages, two separate cages. You got a cage of lions over there, and then you got a cage of wolves over there. And you're going to start shaking shit up. And then you just let everyone free. What do you think is going to happen? It's going to be madness, obviously, yeah? So, Tommy Robinson, do I like Tommy Robinson? No. Do I support anything he has to say and anything like that? No, I'm not really for this guy. Like I said, if I saw Tommy Robinson, I'll kick him in his batty and I'll feel no way about it. Yeah? Seriously. But
that nose ring and the batty, I'll kick him in his batty. Simon, is he? Do you know him?
No.
just asking. He might be.
He'll be kicking you in the batty for saying that, right?
So what I need to do, I need to shut the computer off. What I'm going to do here is like maybe tomorrow or Sunday, I want to go through the Tommy Robinson video entirely because I think it's actually a good video.
Can I just quickly say something? Can I just quickly say something, Raj? The Metropolitan Police have just tweeted that tomorrow here you go. That they've announced a Section 14 of the Public Order Act, which means they are basically applying conditions to Black Lives Matter and to anyone on the right as well. So Black Lives Matter's their demonstration is going to be limited to Trafalgar Square and the north end of Whitehall. And then it says the right wing, whoever the right wing are, and associated groups have conditions applied, basically Parliament Square and the south end, because obviously the right end are the only people that can be trusted near any of the monuments, and both assemblies must finish by 5 p.m. Well, that's going to be fun, bringing them to a close by 5 p.m.
Well, dude, you've seen the police how they run. Come on, man.
And by the right, they mean like any soldiers or ex-vets who might not like the Cenotaph being.
Look, you lot are underestimating our beloved UK police. Yeah, have a look. Have a look at what they can do when they put their minds to it, guys. Look at this. Look.
Yeah, I never saw them before like that, to be honest. I never saw them before.
I think the most embarrassing one was when they were running. I'll tell you the bit that I found really humiliating was that they were running towards, I think, in towards Parliament or something, and then one guy was running towards them, and the whole police force was running, and it was just embarrassing, man. It was like, oh my god, like stand your ground at least to a certain point. If you're outnumbering the opposite side, and I'm not for the police 100%. I think the police have their own issues, but I am for law and order. Yes, I said it, for law and order. Sorry, guys. Can I say something to Steve? I need to talk to you about your shenanigans at Speaker's Corner as well. I've been wanting
what
to talk
shenanigans?
To you. We will go to Speaker's Corner. I don't care about the coronavirus.
I socially distance, young man.
Yeah, I saw you. I was cursing you. I was like, Steve. That might be the time we fight, actually. Maybe me and Steve will actually have a punch up, on Speaker's Corner. But we'd have to
back at dawn, I think.
2 meters of distance, though. 2 meters distance. We'd have a little bit of fight.
Steve, do you think these stupid scenarios around the Cenotaph, around the war memorials, might have been amped up by dickheads like Ralph and White Lives Matter, kind of counter trolling protests.
Yes.
Hey,
You know,
David-
Ralph was there last weekend. He was there in the thick of it. But
Yeah,
but apparently Patriotic Alternative have now put something out saying that no one should be going there, and it's stupid and it's not sensible. Well, you didn't tell Ralph that last weekend, did you?
I want to stir in the tea for his
Because
master.
I can't help but feel, because I know the guy from National Front was down there, and I know Ralph was down there.
Oh, really? The Tony
Martin.
Oh, really? I didn't spot it.
So I know there were a whole bunch of like far right people down there agitating, and then do you know what I mean? It's kind
That's
of
interesting. I didn't spot them because I was there on the Saturday and the Sunday last weekend, and I didn't. I mean, there were a few sort of ex-yellow vest types down there, but I didn't see Tony.
because I feel like they've got every right to be guarding the war memorial and whatever statues. But at the same time, when you get those people who are like, White Lives Matter, it's going to cause a tension spot. Do you know what I mean? And then some dickhead is going to react and try and set fire.
Well,
to a
let's
flag.
face it. Whoever turns out tomorrow, a lot of them will be going there for genuine reasons. There'll be vets. There'll be people that genuinely are highly offended by seeing things like the Cenotaph being desecrated, and they'll be there for the right reasons. But we all know also that there will be some there that go for nothing other than they want to fight.
Yeah, well, one of the things I want to discuss, because I obviously need to wrap up, but is that I can't. It's hard. I don't know whether I'm out of touch or whether the Asian community or maybe the Sikh community doesn't have the same issues as maybe different communities have facing different issues. Maybe the black community is facing this amount of racism. Maybe I just don't know, because I'm in my own kind of echo chamber sort of thing. So I don't believe as even within the Asian, if you look at certain communities, they have different, they've integrated different ways. There's more successful or less successful in certain ways. I'll give an example. I'm not going to boost the Sikh community because we know we're great already, but I'll boost up the Hindu community. Look at the Hindu community. The Hindu community is 1 million. If you look at just the government at the moment, Priti Patel, the treasurer, and the other guy that got the coronavirus, Ashok something, and they have the lowest crime rates, the highest employment rates, education and stuff like that. Now, I don't ever hear Hindus saying that they're facing racism. I don't think I've ever heard a Hindu ever say to me, the UK is racist. Now, maybe it's because, the community isn't facing racism because they're quite affluent. And I don't personally believe, I'm not saying there was no racism, because there was. I know there was. But I'm saying as of today, as a Sikh person in the UK, I don't really feel like, the UK is racist towards the Sikh people.
Well, exactly. And we hear about in the 70s and 80s, there was racism, and certainly racism to Asians. And am I allowed to say it? Paki bashing. But yeah, now, is there? I know you're going to clip that out and use that against me.
I've already condemned you with my finger, how dare you?
I was going to say pee bashing, but I thought people might know what I meant.
Then I'm going to dub myself saying, "Don't you say that," and then you say it. So I'm going to have to dub that in later.
I had to say it so people knew what I meant. But now, yes, in current times, is there? Does the Indian population suffer any racism? I suspect they don't, and they're doing very, very well as a community.
So is it to do with success? Is it because it's a controversial topic? Because obviously, this is the most successful. Even within the Asian community, different communities cry racism more. So the Pakistani and Muslim community will cry racism. The Indian Hindus, I've never heard of a Hindu say racist. I've never heard it. I've never heard them even on TV say it. And the Sikh community is kind of like a bit more in the middle. But the Hindu community is the most successful, and unfortunately, the Muslim and Pakistani community.
Well, Hindu community more successful than Sikh community.
Yeah. In terms of overall, I have to admit it, because the thing about the Hindu community, they're so integrated and so part of the UK. There's 1 million of them. Do you know what? We don't even know they're here. That's how integrated they are. You never talk about them. You don't ever hear anything bad. They just merged into society and are literally in all. Look at the government in itself. 3 of the top people in there in the Conservative government are Hindus. Yeah, Priti Patel, The other guy, he's a Punjabi though, so big up to the Punjabis, the treasurer and the other person. So that community is more, I'm not going to say affluent, because we could be, in terms of money-wise, we might be similar or the same. But I'm talking about in terms of success in different fields, and they're a bigger community as well. So we know that, you know, the Pakistani community, I hear a lot of them saying racism and stuff like that. Maybe that's to do with Islamophobia, the perceived Islamophobia. But yeah, maybe the communities that are not doing, and this is controversial, maybe communities that are not doing as well as they think they should be will equate that to there being racism, rather than maybe, you know, certain other issues are affecting their communities that make them not so successful. I need to think about it exactly, because obviously I don't want to be called racist when I say it. What do you think about that?
But it is true. I think Asian people hate black people more than white people, don't they?
I have to admit,
look at Ralph.
There is a problem. There is a problem in the Asian community, because I'm going to give you real life examples. I've known of lots of white people marrying into Sikh families. My sister's getting married to a white guy, and there's no issues. But I know of somebody that married a black guy, and the family cut the girl off. Yeah, and just because he was black, I know that because I've seen it with my own eyes. So there is this kind of some kind of underlying racism in the Asian community, and they don't like to say that, because I don't believe I'm racist, but I've seen racism. I've seen when it comes, because the thing is, the one way to test racism is, would you let that person marry your daughter? Yeah, that's one very good, because you can speak all day about not being racist. You can say, oh, I love black people, I don't mind, I'll do anything for them. But if your daughter come home with a black guy and you then said, I don't want you to marry him because he's black, you're racist. Or if they come with a white guy, then you say it's okay, then you're racist. You prefer white people over black people. That's how I kind of see it. Would somebody allow their family to marry that a member of that race?
If you had a child, if you had a daughter, Raj, what would you think if she came home with a white man?
I don't really mind. My sister come home with a white guy. I know him very well now.
And a black man?
I wouldn't mind, as long as he's good to my sister. I don't mind. And as
long
as
she came home with a black man and an Asian man.
I'll be like, how old are you doing?
Good weekend.
Now, the thing is, for me, it's more about would that person respect my family's kind of culture still? Like, if you're gonna come in and say, well, I'm not gonna, because the guy that's married my sister's learning about his way of life, she's learning about ours, and when she has the wedding, it's gonna be a mixture of the two. Do you understand? Yeah, I'll invite you guys. We'll see you. Come down.
I'd love to. I know you're only joking, but I would like to go to a Sikh wedding.
I will invite you. My sister wants.
I'd also. I know you'd probably be banished from your local temple, but I'd love you to show me around a Gurdwara sometime.
No, we're gonna go. We're gonna do. I'm gonna take. We should. Well. Like, I'm gonna take.
We should make a film of it.
Yeah. I would love to film it and show you exactly what's going on.
Raj takes Steve on a tour of London Gurdwaras.
I'll tell you which one we should go to. We should go Gravesend, though, like the best one.
Well, the biggest one is near me, isn't it? The biggest one outside of India is near me.
Yeah, but sad. I know more people from the Gravesend one because I've exhibited there so many times.
Is it a nice one?
And it's more. Big one? It's the ones that it's one of the biggest temples. And let me just show you too. So basically, it's a very conservative Gurdwara. So you're not going to be so. Let's say.
They let you in.
They let Boris Johnson in. Boris Johnson was bloody there. Or was it David?
Was that the one that he went to?
Yeah.
He went to the one in Southall as well, didn't he?
Yeah, but he still got a little bit of I don't know. A lot of people. It's not. I mean, I know this particular committee and stuff like that, so I go there all the time. And when I'm every year, so it'd be easier. Although it's further, if I'm going to film something, even when I've done that, that film from my little documentary, that documentary they made about me, Little Old Me, that was done. At
Little Raj from Newham.
What's that?
The Little Raj from Newham.
I can't hear you, dude.
Is it Little Raj from Newham?
No, it's Little Raj.
Is that it? Is that the picture there showing?
That's the one of the biggest ones in the UK. You can't really see it.
Is that the Gravesend one?
Yeah, so the Gravesend one is huge.
Oh, that does look good.
Huge. Beautiful.
Oh wow, it does. Oh yes, definitely. Gravesend is a bit of a trek for me. Oh wow, definitely.
Yeah, it's got a massive. But I just
Well, that looks a really grand one.
Yeah, it's one of the most biggest and most grand gondola in the
What I
UK.
don't understand is, you know, I'm obviously atheist through and
Have
through,
a
but I do
appreciate.
appreciate a really grand, nice, holy building. Now, obviously, some churches and cathedrals are absolutely fantastic, but I never understand why mosques, certainly in this country, are the most boring, bland buildings you can imagine. There's nothing nice
You know,
about
the one
them.
in Turkey. The one in Turkey is nice.
Yeah, I think they're trying.
I've heard actually some over there are more.
I think it's a bit. So if you
grander
look
and nicer.
here, this is actually the entrance. Yeah, when you go here, yeah.
Oh,
and
wow.
It's a beautiful, beautiful, beautiful temple. And
would they not mind you filming in there?
I filmed in there for my documentary. I actually had a film crew in there, so I know they're pretty cool with me. So I could do a little film and stuff.
So you could give me a little tour around. We could eat in there.
Yeah.
You could introduce me to the
Yeah.
Do you have like, this is really ignorant for me to ask this, but is there like a head priest, a head honcho there?
Yeah, we call him a grunt. So basically, you have the grunty, which is the head. It's like a head priest, but that person is apolitical. Then you have the committees, and the committees change every 4 years. And let me just say, they can go from Labour to Conservative. And so at one point they were Labour, then they went Conservative. Now I think they're back to Labour or something. But yeah, so like it's kind of yeah, but we should go there and do a little bit of a track down there, try and get down there and do this and do a little film and stuff. Take Simon as
when
well.
the lockdown's over and we're hopefully during the summer, then yeah, we should do that.
Yeah, definitely. Anyway, I need to wrap up. And I think the way it comes with the mosque, I think it's a bit like, the Catholic churches are very extravagant, and then the Protestant churches are not so extravagant. So maybe mosques are like that. They don't believe in too much stuff in there to kind of distract you from praying and stuff. So yeah, maybe I'm just trying to balance it out, Steve. We don't need to be called Islamophobes on here. Obviously, I'm very PC Raj at the moment. Can you believe that? Yeah, I'm very PC. Yeah, I've become very PC in a lot of ways, I think.
So can I be an Islamophobe and a Sikhophile?
Yeah. I think. Oh, I'm not gonna say. I was about to say something that's gonna get me a lot of trouble. I'm not saying it, man. I'm not saying it.
You know, I love the Sikhs when they on their festivals when they give out food. Absolutely fantastic.
You just got a new hashtag there, Steve.
Yeah, what
what's the hashtag? A Sikhophile.
The one
that sounds a bit like Zeeghile a bit, doesn't it?
I did a program before about how religion changes culture, and so the Sikh, most Sikhs are Punjabi. The Sikh Punjabis love to dance, love music, love to have do you understand? Like there's something about
excellent.
But the Punjabi Muslims can't dance, can't sing, aren't allowed to play dhol, which is the drum. So because of religion, it does interfere with cultures and can drastically change cultures that were the same at one point. So the Punjabi people, like from the Punjab, have been one people for thousands of years. But when religion come into it, they start to separate. And so a similar culture now is very different. So over on that side, over on the Pakistan side, their idea of a good time is like, just sitting there looking at each other. And our idea of a good time is like dancing and have a good time. Anyway, Raindrop, big up to Raindrop. Steve back here. Stevenator's back. Can you believe it? I thought, dude, I don't want to say, dude, I'm not going to lie, yeah. I was shit staring on the phone about you, man. I'm not lying. I was like, proper shit.
To who?
Steve Barnes. I was proper shit staring. I was like, on the phone.
What about me?
What else is that? I would never go Speaker's Corner, Steve. I would never.
You're criticizing me for going.
I would never go Speaker's Corner. Not like Steve. I would never. Indirect kind of digs at you just to make myself feel better. Sorry, Steve. I had to, man. I'm always getting in trouble with Steve, so I thought let myself get some brownie points, man. Yeah,
so you're chatting to him still.
Not really. I had to. I'll tell you why, but I had to talk to him about something. But I did have to phone him because I need to find out about the regulations of Speaker's Corner one day. I had to ask him another question unrelated. And obviously, as I was doing that, I was asking, "How's it going down there?" Blah blah blah.
Do you know on the subject of Lord PC Steve Barnes? He's not going to be with us for much longer. He's retiring.
No comment. I'm not going to say whether I think that's a good thing or a bad thing. Let me just say.
Well, compare him with the other numpties that we get there. I know who I prefer.
Yeah, I mean, this is the problem. And like the thing is, here, as much as Steve Barnes has pissed me off over the years, I'm not going to lie, he has pissed me off.
Yeah, I think you probably pissed him off as well.
I've aged him like no man's aged another man before, and so, but the thing is that there's others in there that I know are worse, and I think the people that I think they're going to get in charge are going to be a lot more harder to communicate with, and I think they're going to be much more. Let's just say they're going to take the easier route. You know what I'm talking about.
Did you see the video? I can't remember whose video it was. It was just before lockdown, I think. And there was one of the Hebrew Israelites screaming and shouting, and this black police officer came and spoke to him. And that black police officer was fantastic. It was really, really good.
Oh yeah. I remember that one. The guy that was going crazy last time. Then he was almost had a fight. Yeah.
Yes.
Anyway, you've made me overrun.
You need to go.
I need to shoot now. Anyway, big up to everybody. Good for Steve coming back as well. I need to interrogate him about his shenanigans at Speaker's Corner. We'll play some of the videos to find out what was going on. It was like a standoff, like in Braveheart or something. Don't know what was going on with you. Man.
Yeah, you'll kick my batty, will you?
Yeah, we'll kick your batty, man. Oh shit, it could be a race. Anyway, big up to everybody. I'm ending the broadcast now. I'll speak to you later on, man.
Cheers, Raj.
Bye, Raj.
Yeah.
Yeah, go on. Eunice, leave as well, please.
Okay.
Okay, so stream's ending now. I've got to go. Can't keep it up. I don't know what's going on with my notifications because I've realized no one's getting notified. Even I'm not getting. It's not even showing up on my YouTube page when I'm live streaming, which is a bit of a weird thing. I think the Indian government has tried to attack me. Now, I will say before I go, once again, this is further proof that Skitz is actually in cahoots with Afghan. I love my little helper Afghan. Yeah, Skitz has been on multiple private calls, which I've seen. I'm going to record it next time I see it. I didn't. First time I jumped on, Afghan was on there, and I didn't think about recording. Second time I jumped on. As I jumped on, Skitz left. So I couldn't get the recording of Afghan and Skitz, yeah. So I'm going to wait until they both jump on. I am telling you my plans. Then I'll record them on the same call because them lot are on calls together and they're discussing something. I don't know what. And when I jump on, they don't talk. So for anybody out there that thinks that Skitz, yeah, is actually against Afghan, he's not. Skitz is with Afghan, as this thingy shows. Where he calls him, where he says he's my, I love, not I like, I love you. Yeah, he loves his little helper. I am going to say something. Afghan has got really pissed off with me, yeah. And I'll tell you why. The other day, yeah, I did a video of the Afghan dancing and Bhangra dancing, yeah. I was trying to show the difference between Afghan dancing, yeah, because somebody was saying Afghan dancing, yeah, is basically the same as what is it called? Basically the same, or is originated from Bhangra, yeah. So the deceits copied of Bhangra, and I was trying to show that their dancing is proper pussified, like they're literally like girls dancing, yeah. Whereas the Punjabi Bhangra dance is much more, I actually don't know where it is. I'll have to do it next time, to be honest with you. I actually did play this video. Do you know what? I'll go over that video again next time when we're on the panel, Raindrop, where the India thing. And he's going, getting the missile. I was going, I can't remember what he's saying. Khalistan, Zindabad. Khalistan, Zindabad. Tanu sharam nahi aandi. Pindrawala. Tanu sharam nahi aandi. Khalistan, Zindabad. Yeah, I got to watch that video again. That video was brutal. Oh God. I have to admit, yeah. Sorry, Raindrop. Yeah, I know you're not gonna like this, but I think it was equal, because the thing is, yeah, the Pakistani side was dropping bombs here, like about Pindrawala, and as somebody that is a Khalistani in a way, a Punjab separatist, and he's like saying, "No sharam nahi aandi," and I was like, "Oh no, you're right. It's true. It's true. It's true." Oh no, that video is kind of anti-propaganda for Sikhs actually, but I'll play it anyway because it's so goddamn funny, man. I might just play a little bit of it now. Actually, let me just get it before. Actually, no, I'm gonna wrap up the stream. I'm gonna wrap up. I'll do it when you're on the show, Raindrop, and I'll let you kind of describe. Do you agree with him going Hindustan Zindabad? That pissed me off. I'm not gonna lie. The Hindustan Zindabad. If you say India Zindabad, okay, but I don't know why they keep saying Hindustan Zindabad. Anyway, I'm off anyway, man. Take care, everybody. Like I said, I'll try and do a show going over that Tommy Robinson video anyway. Later stage, I need to shift.